What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? I have a co-star with me today. My co-host today is my son, RJ. Say hello. Bah, bah, bah. Ah, ah. Nothing, no words. He's very quiet now. He's usually very, very loud and talkative. What's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy, Rudy Rodriguez Showmott here. Another edition of Rudy's Rant, her game, her women's basketball, man. We talking facts over feelings. I appreciate y'all jumping on board this evening. I know we have a late arriving crowd. I know we've all given up mentally. That's really what it comes down to. Welcome aboard, Tina, Basil, Paula, Duke, Ben Daniel, Lindy, Radio, NVIDIA. If you haven't commented yet, please do drop a comment. Cailtin 228. Let's see who else. Kenneth, Hosehead. Well, looking at the rest of the Element Gold, Alexis, Guns and Gears, Sida, Burn, Jeff H, Lord Schaefer. You know, let's let some more people jump in the room before I spaz the heck off. This was a pretty bad situation today. What's going on, Benjamin? You know. They just lost to the Golden State Valkyries on their home court by 19 points. Yes, the couch is in the building. Yes, it is. I have a couch, but it's been scotch guarded, so I can't actually really sit on it. No, I can sit on it. We scotch guarded it, though, because of this one right here, and I got two others that are a mess, that are older, that make everything dirty, so yeah. Oh, screw the PG crap, man. He's gonna grow up like a sailor. I have no choice. EGA Donuts, Shep, Pretty Noel Girl. You know, look at that. Phoenix beat Minnesota. Wow. In the fourth quarter. And Dewana Buona was a plus 13. Alyssa Thompson for 29. Ain't that something? And the Minnesota Lynx choked their asses off. Connecticut came back on Seattle today, by the way. Seattle fell apart in the fourth quarter. Chicago is currently up by 8 right now over Dallas at the half. No one anything. I mean, Rebecca Allen's having probably her best game of the season right now. Folks, it's getting real bad. It's getting real bad. And Cailtin Clark is still not healthy. Cailtin Clark is still not healthy. And Cailtin Clark is still not healthy. Yeah, it's already embarrassing. I mean, embarrassing is putting. So I'm being too nice now. Goodness gracious, I need to be meaner. They suck. Bluntly, they suck. This is she is not healthy. She's not been healthy since the season started. They keep trying to force her back in there. That offense today was utter trash. Welcome aboard, Night Eternal. If you listen to the post-game press conference, Stephanie White has no accountability whatsoever. The players got to figure it out. She decides in her infinite wisdom to make a starting lineup of Ari McDonald, Cailtin Clark, and takes out Lexi Hull. Now, you already know that I am not a Lexi Hull fan. That's a stupid decision. Bluntly. That's a stupid decision. So we would basically have the same player coming off of the bench twice. Yeah. Let's have Lexi Hull and Sophie Cunningham. Oh, the baby is going. Say goodbye, RJ. Bye bye. No words. No words. He's not. He won't even laugh. My goodness. It's like he's not even laughing. Come on now. Oh, he did he give you a kiss? He give y'all a kiss. Mwah. Mwah. Oh my goodness. He's not making me any money. Come on, go to mama. Yeah. I don't rock with Lexi. I never rock with Lexi. I've told you that before. You should know that by now. I have my opinions of Lexi Hill, but I'm not going to sit here and say that you should bench her. She's the same player as Sophie Cunningham, a better version of Sophie Cunningham, actually. And to sit Lexi Hull and start Ari McDonald and move Cailtin Clark to basically the small forward is utterly ridiculous. It is a trash-ass decision. Thank you so much for the comments. I appreciate it. It makes no sense. And you just basically made Cailtin Clark Lexi Hull. Let's repeat that. You made Cailtin Clark Lexi Hull. You turned her into sit in the corner and wait. The game started off pretty decently for them. Because Cailtin Clark was aggressive. Cailtin Clark was taking the ball to the hole. When she got the ball, she shot it. And then, again, what is the purpose of running 2 point guards? When the point guard who makes the offense work is sitting in the corner. Let's actually take away her best. I'm gonna be real. Her best ability is passing. She is the best passer in the WNBA. Yeah, she makes a number of risky decisions at times, but she is by far the best passer in the league, probably in the history of the league. And when you take the ball out of her hands, you remove any pick and roll action, which makes Aaliyah Boston rather insignificant and minimizes any ability that she can bring to the game. So what does Aaliyah Boston end up with? 6 points? Was there one pick and roll that they ran the entire game? Aaliyah Boston was a minus 25. 2 for 8, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Kelsey Mitchell, trash as fuck, 3 for 13, 1 for 5 from 3, 3 rebounds, no assists. Or remember, I thought Kelsey Mitchell was a point guard. Didn't Carolyn Peck tell us that? Another 0 assist game. Did you go black in a black hole? No. I'm right here. I don't know anything. I don't see anything. Natasha Howard today, invisible. 4 points, 1 for 4. Ari McDonald, 9 shots. Folks, do you remember me saying that I don't want to see Ari McDonald shoot another 3? Y'all remember me saying that I don't want to see Ari McDonald shoot another 3? I just want to see if anyone remembers me saying I don't want to see Ari McDonald shoot another 3. She goes 2 for 9. She goes 1 for 7 from 3. 7 points, 4 assists. Ari McDonald took more shots than Aaliyah Boston. I mean, that's just ridiculous. And Cailtin Clark goes 4 for 12, plays 25 minutes, 2 for 5 from 3, 10 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 turnovers, 1 steal. Go to the bench, Damiris Dantas. Didn't Damiris Dantas have 35 for Brazil? They made a big thing about her having 35. And 35 points, and she plays 9 minutes. 1 for 3, 4 points. That might have been the best they played the entire game, is when she was in the game in the third quarter. Is when Damaris Dantas came in the game. Michaela Timpson played well. 20 minutes, 5 for 9, 6 rebounds, 10 points, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Very active. Very active. I know down the stretch she, wasn't as good, but it is what it is. Sydney Colson is back to being a cheerleader. 2 minutes. Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall combined for 8 points off the bench. 3 of 10 combined shooting, 2 of 7 from 3. Lexi Hall had 9 rebounds. Congrats. When you shoot the ball poorly and both teams shoot the ball poorly, you're going to have a lot of rebounds available. Great. They got out rebounded by a team of guards. That's largely what Golden State is, a team of guards. And she had 1 assist, 1 steal, and Sophie Cunningham did nothing. Folks, watching them run an offense where you got Cailtin Clark literally playing off of the ball. No, you cannot say none of this is on the players. Yes, there are things that are on players. Players still got to play well. Players still have to make shots. They shot 31%. I'm sorry. That is not, look, this is on Stephanie White, but you cannot absolve 31% shooting. 31% shooting is 31% shooting is 31% shooting is 31% shooting. There is stuff on players. Players have to own their performance. They can't make layups. This is a continuing issue, and everybody missed them. Everybody missed the damn layups. Cailtin Clark missed a layup. Lexi Hall missed a real bad one. Everybody missed layups. Lexi Hall took a corner, an open corner 3, took 3 dribbles into the right, and turned it into a 10-footer pull-up and shot an air ball by 3 feet. She wasn't ready to play. They brought her back Cailtin Clark was not ready to play. They brought her back too early to appease the summer camp children. If you don't believe me, you don't believe me. Did you see her turn her ankle in the third quarter? I don't know if you noticed that. Cailtin Clark turned her ankle in the third quarter under the basket. Howard missed the rim on her first 3 shots. Like, how is that the coach's fault if you're missing the rim on the first 3 shots? They led the game, and what happened? They came out strong. And what happened at the 5-minute mark? Cailtin Clark got sat down, and the game fell apart. Yeah. Basketball players can adjust. Basketball players can make shots. If you miss shots the whole game, that's what's going to happen. They got outscored 20-9 in the second quarter. They got outscored 16-10 in the fourth. They made one run to get it to 55-50, and then it went to freaking hell. My goodness. It's 55-50 with 2:58 to go. They miss an 11-footer. Golden State grabs an offensive board, and Veronica Burton drills a 3 to make it 58-50, and the game was over. And I watched all game. I was sitting there watching Erin McDonald with the ball and Cailtin Clark in the corner, and I'm sitting here just like, are they trying to win, or are they just going through the motions? I wouldn't blame anybody for anything at this point, to be honest. They're just going through the motions. They don't seem to be interested. They don't seem to be invested. Did y'all see the press conference? I don't know if you saw the press conference. I can gladly share the press conference with y'all, and we can talk about it as well. But this was garbage. They brought her back too early because they wanted to have the kids in the building who are sitting in the upper deck, because they're not sitting courtside. Those tickets are sold. They're sitting these kids in the upper deck, and they want to make the kids happy because Cailtin Clark is there and she's playing, but she's not able to play. She didn't defensively, they stunk as a team. They all stunk. If I watch Sophie Cunningham, Lexi, Caitlin, every one of this, every player, do they not know how to close out? Do they not know how to close out on a shooter? Do they not? Is this like something they don't understand as basketball players? Closing out on shooters? Their defense sucked when they won those games against Minnesota and Vegas. The defense, they just missed shots. People thought that was good defense. It wasn't good defense. There was no intensity there. They just missed shots. Missing shots it's part of basketball. It's a make-miss league. Yes. Can you make it more difficult? Sure. You shoot 31% from the field. There's no defense on earth that's good enough to make a team do that. I heard a lot of stuff that White said. I didn't listen to most of it because I just don't care about what she says anymore. Honestly. She says a lot of dumb shit, in my opinion. She wants to slow the ball down. She wants to give the ball to Aaron McDonald and have Cailtin Clark just basically stand on the wing or stand in the corner. And that's not her game, bro. And on top of that, you're asking her to do stuff. Solution. I would hire a dog over her, Lindy. Like, I would hire a dog. I would hire Austin Kelly over her. I think she's awful. Their defense stinks. I don't want to hear any more about defense with this team. This team should be playing breakneck, nonstop pace basketball and play games in the 90s. And if they win these games, play games, 90s. And we have a guest in the building. Play games in the 90s. And what we're going to do here is we're going to outscore them and go 98-93. I'd much rather watch that than watch this team lose 82-76. Let me see if we have this guest in the build. Oh, he is in the building. Oh, shit. He's ready to fucking go off. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? He's making a surprise appearance. He's here to explode. He's here to lose his shit. He took a nap, so I know he's rested. He's drinking like 4 pints of coffee right now. Yo, I don't know what that looked like, some codeine or something. And Gatorade or something.
Yeah, it's a little baby Gatorade. My wife likes the baby Gatorade, so.
Folks, he made an appearance tonight because he's sick to his stomach. Hey, man, I give you a lot of credit for sitting in on that shit today. I came in a little bit late. I had some work to do because people have jobs, and I don't know, they think that people don't when they schedule these 12 noon games. Ben, what did you think?
Rudy, I feel bad for everybody that watched the game. I feel bad for the campers that showed up. I feel bad for the fans that drove over. I feel bad for all parties involved. That game was so bad. From about 3 minutes in the first quarter. To the rest of the game, it was absolutely atrocious. And I touched on it in my little recap video. Rudy, I don't know what it is with this team in 13-minute stretches, with 14-minute stretches. Rudy, dude. Dude,
you know how bad it is when you have to laugh about it because otherwise you just don't want to puke and shoot yourself in the
head.
With
13 minutes left to go in the first half, the Valkyrie go on a 30-12 run. The last 13 minutes of the first half. The last 13 minutes of the second half, the Valkyrie go on a 25-11 run. I don't know what it is, Rudy.
Can we add that together? What is that? What is that? 55?
That is 55 to 23. 55 to 23 in a 26-minute stretch.
And yeah, Golden State shot 37%.
Rudy, it's bad, dude. It's bad. I'm watching like 3 offensive rebounds in the same possession. Like Valkyrie shoot a 3, brick, we can't grab a rebound. Valkyrie shoot another 3, brick, we still can't grab the rebound. Valkyrie shoot, third time's a charm. That 3 went in. It's bad. It's bad. I don't know what to tell you. There's no excuses here. There's no excuses. And I heard what you said about Stephanie White not taking accountability. She hasn't taken accountability a single time this season. A single time all season, she hasn't taken accountability. The best this team played was 7 minutes when Clark was being aggressive. I saw you say that. And there's between the Fever went on a 13-3-1 when it was Clark, Dantis, Timpson, Sophie, and Kelsey Mitchell, and that's it.
And they took Cailtin Clark out.
It's like Stephanie White says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, you guys, what are you doing here? What are you guys doing? Slow it down. Stop being so aggressive. Motion offense, screen away. Oh, beautiful screen. Oh, that's awesome. It's just bad. Just so bad. Just
thank you, Lester.
Just so bad.
Did you get the impression that at the press conference, Cece was biting her tongue about how that damn off? Yeah, I do think she was, but she's always going to do that, and that's what I have a big problem with. At a certain point, if she doesn't open her mouth, this is just never going to stop. She doesn't speak up for herself, and I will say this, Ben. She said something today in a press conference that I want to cringe about.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
She called LeBron the GOAT.
Oh, I saw that. I did see you say that.
I lost a lot. I almost I can't. Did she just call LeBron the GOAT? Oh God, Cailtin, you're killing me. You're killing me now. Now you're really killing me, because if Angel Reese is to come and say Jordan's the GOAT, I may become conflicted here.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about this on Sunday night. Rudy, I'm telling you, Cailtin Clark coming to New York, man. Cailtin, come to New York. Come to New York. Stop dealing with this bullshit. Stop, Rudy. We're at the point.
Hey, I'm sorry. Cooper Flagg doesn't know who Cooper Flagg is 18, and he didn't know who Jordan was. He didn't see Jordan play, and he says that Jordan's the GOAT. But we can continue.
Rudy,
sorry. Go ahead.
We're at the point, Rudy, where the only person who I'm screaming out for help is Lynn Dunn. I'm screaming for Lynn Dunn. She's the only person that was around last year when the team was playing good. The only one left. Lynn, please do something. Sit these ladies down in a room. Get a direction for this team. Get some type of baseline that we can build. There's just, Rudy, I don't even know what to do. I don't even know where they could go from here.
Were you sitting there watching, just seeing her stand in the fucking corner or on the wing, just not moving because she's still hurt? I still believe she's hurt. And did you notice when she turned her ankle? You didn't notice either?
I had people point that out to me in the third quarter.
She turned it right near the basket. It was like it was a rebound or whatever. She turned her ankle a little bit. She was limping on it for a second. Then they got the ball and then she ran. But I wonder if we're going to hear about an ankle injury tomorrow. Because those things pop up overnight. They swell up. They start to hurt. And I still think that she's never recovered. And I think they brought her back because of this stupid camp day.
Yeah, camp day. Do it for the campers.
And, you know, Stephanie White with her ridiculous commentary post-game, never accountable, blaming this, blaming that. Our defense isn't good. No, your defense sucks. Your defense. Ben, do you notice that they never close out properly on a shot? They literally jump at every pump fake. I almost feel like I'm watching a boxer who faints, and every time the boxer faints, the other boxer just goes for it and moves out of the way. And he's falling for the fake over and over again. And all they do is pump. And whether it's Caitlin, Lexi, Sophie, Kelsey, they all do it. They jump out and they beeline right by him. A closeout. Come in, break down. Why is that so complicated? This is basic fundamental basketball.
And that's the issue. There are no fundamentals at all. There's no fundamentals. There's no fundamental offense. There's nothing was properly executed today. Rudy, I think I saw maybe 3 screens the entire day. 2 screens. I don't even need to screen with Cailtin Clark. I didn't see any screens with AB and Mitchell. I didn't see any screens with AB and Aaron McDonald. I didn't see any screens with AB and fucking whoever the fuck.
You had Cailtin Clark off the ball, so now you've completely eliminated the screen roll with Aaliyah. Yeah. Aaliyah Boston was completely invisible because without Cailtin Clark, she doesn't do anything. With Clark, if Clark's on the floor and they're not running screen roll, Aaliyah Boston's useless. And they have Aaron McDonald running the point. I'm watching every possession. Like, are they going to run Aaron McDonald the point the entire time they're together out there? Aaron McDonald took more three-point shots than Cailtin Clark did today.
Dude, she took 7 threes.
She took 7 3, 1 for 7 from 3. She cannot shoot. She also missed a layup around the rim, uncontested. What are we seeing that this woman doesn't see, or what is this woman seeing that we're not seeing at this point? Because I'm at the point where I'm
She's
ready
just
to
looking
walk.
at their asses, Rudy. She's just sitting there checking them out, dude. That's the only explanation. That's the only explanation I got, Rudy. What do you want from me?
Jason Whitlock spouted off on this too. He's like,
man.
Stephanie White might be the biggest Dunsky on the planet. She should be fired. Like, this is where I feel bad for Stephanie White for a second, and then I realize that she's the one fucking the whole team up. Like, we're going through this Christy Side shit all over again. I need to go find Christy Side somewhere and say, can you please come back? Can you please come back? At least at the end of the year, you got the fuck out the way, I guess. I mean, for this, let's go back and get Alyssa Smith to play power forward. I'm joking, but it's just you took Cailtin Clark's best attribute is her floor vision, her passing.
Rudy, she had 6 assists in the game. She had 4 in the third quarter,
and she barely touched the ball. I mean, can you imagine your best player barely touches the ball? When she doesn't have the ball to run the offense, she doesn't get the ball. She didn't get the ball when she was not running the offense. And I think that it was a very uncomfortable position for her to be in. Maybe you can jump on this one, Ben.
What about the players, dude? The players got fucking. Am I giving it to you? Am I giving it to you? Am I setting you a screen? Am I not setting you a screen? Am I fucking gonna do a pick and roll? Am I gonna fucking screen away? I was Rudy, there's so much mental gymnastics going on here. We're gonna end up in the psych ward trying to figure this stuff out.
Running 2 point guards for how long did Aaron McDonald and Cailtin Clark play in that court together? Probably 20 minutes. They seemed to be on the court almost the entire game together. I mean, there was only a short period in the third when Aaron McDonald was not in the game with Cailtin Clark. And when she was in the game, that's when they did their best today. And when she came out, it was back to the other shit.
Dude, we got Dantas sitting the whole entire first half. Why? Yeah. What for what purpose?
She must be tired from the 35 points she dropped in the finals of that game.
Yeah, Dantas, you're gonna get in there, but we'll give you 20 minutes extra rest to really. Like, what are you talking about?
What did you think of Lexi Hull not starting? Because I just think that's like you're bringing the same player now off the bench. You have to start Lexi Hull. Like,
that was a good point.
You have the same, because Lexi Hull and Sophie Cunningham are basically the same freaking player.
So let's get into Stephanie White's mind. What do you think her idea was? I'm gonna tell you what I think her idea was.
Go ahead.
Was defensively, it'll allow Cailtin Clark to not move around. She'll allowed to sit in the corner on Kate Martin or sit in the corner guarding somebody else, but not be forced to actually play real defense to lessen the load on her quad injury or her groin injury or whatever the fuck injury they want to say it is. Mm-hmm. But offensively, I couldn't tell you, because only when Cailtin Clark was aggressive, that lineup worked. Only when she was aggressive and decided to push the tempo, that's the only time that starting lineup worked in the first quarter. Other than that, it's bad, dude. It's just bad.
What did you think? I'm going to go back to what I said. There was a corner 3 that Lexi Hull was wide open on, and she pump faked it, and she took a drive, and I said it already, and she shot a 10-foot air ball on the wing on the pull-up jump shot. And I keep repeating that if she doesn't shoot the 3 when she's open, she's a useless basketball player offensively. There was a possession, I think a possession or 2 later, where someone for Golden State was standing in the corner. It may have been Kate Martin. I don't remember who exactly though. And she catches the ball, and she has actually someone contesting her, and she still shoots the ball. No thoughts about it whatsoever.
K. Morin, dude, didn't even fucking think. Motherfuckers draped all over her. Whoop, and it went in and out.
Yeah, it went in and so you know the one you know the one I'm talking about.
I know. Yeah.
It went in and out.
Yeah, Rudy, I watched the game, Rudy.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, there was so much bad. There was so much bad shit that you might have forgotten that specific play. I mean, it went in and out, and you're sitting here saying, but there's no thought about shooting it. I'm shooting it. I'm open. I shoot it. I'm not gonna sit here and now turn this into a dribble drive and shoot an air ball from 10 feet where she was 3 feet short on that air ball. It perplexes me. Like, your job is to shoot.
I know that's the play you're talking about, but there were a couple. Thinking about it, there were a couple of times where I'm like, damn, they're just draped all over her, and they're still fucking shooting that shit.
Yeah, they're not
like they're just shooting it. They're just shooting it.
They shoot more than anybody from three, and they shoot more than anyone from three. They're gonna keep shooting.
And it's because the coach reinstills just shoot the fucking ball.
Shoot the ball. And folks, I will forewarn you, I'm gonna make a Lexi Hull video, and I hope you enjoy it. I'm not here to shit on her. I need her to shoot the ball. If I gotta go through this shit all over again and putting video of her not shooting, I need her to shoot the ball, because if she doesn't shoot the ball from the perimeter, this team doesn't shoot the ball well. We thought that they had a good shooting team. They don't have a good shooting team. Natasha Howard can't shoot. She better not. Why she gets around the three-point line, I have no idea at times. Aaliyah Boston cannot shoot. Did you like that three-pointer that she shot off the backboard? Kelsey Mitchell, bricklaying today, 1 for 5. Yeah. Aaron McDonald cannot shoot.
No, but not only was it one, Kelsey looked really out of control, dude. She looked really out of control today. Like, I'm a big dude. She just looked really out of control, like dribbling into fucking 2-3 people. But again, right? Previously, it felt like she would and still try to go for it. She's just dribbling into double teams and picking the ball up.
Did you like her passes out of bounds?
Fucking crossing it over to the left hand and just slinging it fucking 10 feet behind Sophie, and it's like, oh, back the other way we go. Yeah.
I just love the comments where it's like it's always a defensive Lexi Hull. It's like, shit, no matter what she does. I mean, dude, guys, you cannot tell me that she played well. I agree with you. She should start, but don't sit here and tell me that she played well again. I don't want to hear it. I need, it wasn't not starting her is ridiculous. I agree. But if you look at this roster, Michaela Timpson cannot shoot. Dantes is not going to get a lot of shots because she's not going to play very much. And you don't really, I know she could shoot decently, but you don't want your only big off the bench to shoot threes all the time, because then you have no one to rebound the ball. And if you're playing Cunningham and Hull at the same time, do you watch Cunningham dribble the ball? I cannot believe in preseason I'm sitting here talking about this woman could be the point guard off the bench. Like, I must have bumped my head watching her dribble. I feel like I'm watching a 4th grader. She can't dribble. Like, we got 2 6'1" guards that cannot dribble the basketball.
But what about the refs, Rudy? The refs were really against Indiana today, Rudy.
Were they? I don't even know. The game was so bad. They actually both had 16 fouls. I don't know how.
I'm joking.
Oh, you're joking. Okay, I don't know. There are people that will believe that. They're going to look at the free throws and say, oh, they shot more free throws. That's not how basketball works. They both had 16 fouls called.
I'm joking.
Cailtin Clark only had 1 foul called. She played solid Olay defense.
Oh man, yeah. Dude, Rudy, I'm watching Temi Fagbenle punk AB.
The forced laughter is annoying. So I'm so sorry, Basil. You want me to give you a kiss?
I'm watching Temi Fagbenle outplay Aaliyah Boston in real time.
Oh, she mudded her.
Head to head, she's outplaying her, dude. I'm seeing AB go coast to coast, taking Temi Fagbenle into the post. Literally, Rudy, AB rebounds coast to coast. Temi Fagbenle steps up to the 3-point line. Aaliyah Boston turns around and starts backing her down, turns around and fucking breaks it off the front of the rim. I'm like, dude, did I just watch you for 15 seconds just do nothing with the – oh, man.
Dude, you want to know how bad it is when you say she completely outplayed Aaliyah Boston and she had 7 points and Aaliyah Boston had 6? When we sit here saying that she completely outplayed someone and she outscored her 7-6, it's just it gets folks.
Jay, that's a good point. Let me just touch on this real quick, really, just since I see the comment. Lots of people will stop watching if CC continues to not play like CC.
I agree.
And this is the thing that I think Indiana need to wake up and be honest with themselves, Rudy. I did a little bit of research. In 2000, I mean, we all know the same numbers pretty much. In 2003, they had 4,000 people showing up to these games, Rudy.
Yeah. That's when Detroit was claiming that they had the highest attendance at 9,000.
Oh, excuse me. In 2023, my bad. My bad.
2 years ago.
my bad. In 2023, they had 4,000 people showing up. If things continue to go how they are going, it's gonna get dark real quick. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year. But if things continue on this trajectory, Rudy, and there is a lockout next season, it's gonna hurt. It's definitely going to hurt.
There was a question. What is the solution? Okay, I'm going to give you my solution. This is my solution to the problem at hand. You need to adjust your defense. You need to play a lot more zone. And when you don't play zone, you need to press. You need to play high school press defense. I don't think women's basketball players can deal with presses. I see NBA players that can't deal with presses anymore. I remember back in the day, you couldn't ever in your mind think about pressing a men's basketball team in the NBA. Like you would get absolutely eaten alive if you try to press men's basketball players. Now they do it. I don't know, because I don't think the players today are as good as they used to be, but they'll tell you that they are, that they're way better, more athletic and all that other shit. But I don't think they're as smart. I don't think they're as technically sound. I think you need to start going into presses. There was a couple of games. There was a game where they went into a quick press. I think it was like on 2 possessions and completely. Was it Vegas, where they just completely took them out of sync, or maybe it was Minnesota? They jumped into a press real fast twice on 2 possessions in a row. I think it was Vegas, and just Becky Hammond lost her shit. They turned the ball over, got a layup, and then just called the timeout. You got to change up defenses, and then you got to run. All this other shit, like this motion offense, it's useless. You need to run, and you need to never stop running. You need to run off of makes, run off of misses. If you miss shots, you miss shots. I don't care about giving up 90 points. Score 100. This shit where you're walking the ball up the floor and all this other crap. And at this point, I've given up on the thought of this team winning a championship. They're not going to win the championship. They may not make the playoffs right now, the way they look. I mean, realistically, they're probably gonna, based on the fact that the league is still really bad.
But win a series is a conversation that needs to be had. Yeah, exactly.
They're not gonna win. Yeah. They'd end up playing Minnesota potentially in the first round. They get beaten in 3. They'd be getting 2-0. I know people are gonna live on that non-important game. Did you hear Lexi Hull say, "We got up for 30,000"? What?
When did she say that?
Today in the press conference, in the
post game
press conference, she said, "We got to bring the energy that we brought. We got our energy up for 30,000." She's talking about the money in the Commissioner's Cup. She flat out said it, and we have to bring that same type of energy. I don't.
Dude, how about you bring that energy for the fans that fucking spend their money, Rudy? That's what. Dude, I'm sorry for resting on this whole fan perspective, but the fans that spend their fucking time and money to watch this shit, I feel fucking bad for these people. I'm spending my time watching this, right? I got League Pass. Dude, I had somebody in my chat tell me he spent over $1,000 to fucking commute, get a hotel, get to this game.
What? Oh my
dude.
My God.
That's the people I feel bad for.
Thank you, Matthew. Matthew, appreciate it. Rotations are awful. I agree.
Those are the real people I feel bad for, dude.
I feel bad for anyone that does that. Like they're literally going.
And he was so excited that Cailtin Clark was cleared too, because we talked last year. We talked last week, and he said it was the whole entire trip included, Pete. I'm pretty sure dude's retired actually.
No, I'm sure it's a ticket plus travel, and hotel, and the whole.
But he was talking to me last week about, dude, man, I hope they really don't wait last minute that Cailtin Clark's gonna play. I mean, I put all these things in preparation, getting ready to go to the game, and then finds out she's playing nice, and then they just waste everybody's time.
Every time that they started to play a little bit well with her on the court, they took her out of the game.
They sat her ass down.
They sat her ass down. Like They sat her down. I wonder what the count was with her on the floor, because she had actually the best plus minus of the players that played over 20 minutes in the starting lineup, because Aaliyah Boston was a minus 25 in an 80-61 game. Kelsey Mitchell was a minus 16. McDonald was minus 20. Now Natasha Howard was minus 3 because she barely played after the first half. Cailtin Clark was minus 7. Damaris Donis was plus 7. That was in the third quarter. Timpson was minus 1. She played 20 minutes. Colson was plus 2. Cunningham was minus 18. And Lexi Hull was minus 14. Yeah, and yet every time she played well, they took her out of the game. It seemed like it was brutal.
But it's compounded with taking her out of the game, and I am 100% sure that she gets talked to. Like she has to get talked to. You don't just pull her and let her sit and then put her back in. There has to be a talking to her from the coach. That is just not the right message, Rudy.
Mm-hmm. What would you do differently at this point?
I would be aggressive, but on both ends, offensively and defensively. How come we're the only team that gets hedged on screens? How come we're the only team that gets double teamed coming off picks? How come we're the only team that happens to? We don't force the ball handler on the other team to make decisions faster than they're ready. No, they go about their business. That's the number one thing I would do.
So pressure, defense.
Pressure doesn't necessarily need to be full court, but why are we just letting everybody just do their thing? It's like, oh, a switch is coming. Okay, I'm gonna play underneath. I'm going to pick up my man again once the screen's done. You get back on your man. I'm not going to jump out. There's not even any jumping out, Rudy. It's just underneath every single time. Meanwhile, Cailtin Clark comes around the screen. She sees 2 people. Even Kelsey Mitchell comes around. She sees 2. And then we're taking the ball out of Cailtin Clark's hand. Rudy, I made this analogy. It's like the Baltimore Ravens. What's the thing we do best? Run the ball. Okay, this is our game plan. Lamar, Derek. What's the defense's game plan? Stop the run. It's like the Ravens coming into a game and saying, oh, what we're going to do, we're going to have Lamar throw 40 times.
Because we got to prove it to you because he can prove that he can do it.
Yeah, it's like, no. You don't do that. What they need to do is what the Eagles do. You got to let's say Quan touch the ball as many times as possible, and then 19, 20 times you can throw the ball. Don't be doing this nut off-ball crap that she just looks like a decoy half the time, and it's not even a good decoy because she's not moving around that much anyway.
Yeah, because she can't. She can't move, and she's never done that in her career. I read the first chapter of the book
and real quick. And playing off ball like a possession here and there in Iowa is different than Stephanie White deeming her an off ball player. That's a huge difference. We know we've seen her do it before. We know. We know. But that's not her role.
Yeah, for sure.
That is a setup play. That's okay. Now you're going to be coming off ball here, there. Get ready for it. Listen to it from the sidelines. She's stepping out on the court, tucking in her shirt, saying, all right, set screens and sit in the corners. Like, what? What are you talking about?
Tell me
set screens and sit in the corner.
You want to have Cailtin Clark setting screens? What would you do if you're the other team and you see Cailtin Clark set a screen?
What do you mean?
If Cailtin Clark came to set a screen on you, what would you do if you're the other team?
I would do nothing.
I'd run right over her ass.
Oh, run into her? Indeed.
I'd run right through the screen. I would absolutely.
I thought you meant if I would adjust. Fuck no, I'm not adjusting.
No. I would literally run through her ass.
Yeah, good point.
And that's what you're putting. That's the position that Stephanie White is putting Cailtin Clark into. She's putting her in the position of having anybody. I don't know. It could be a big. It could be a little. It could be anybody. Of putting their chest right into her sternum and dealing with the outcome of it. That and what happens, you can get hurt setting screens. There's a reason that bigs typically are the ones that set screens, because they're big. They can take the hit. Someone here came back to say hi again. But with Cailtin Clark, let's go put her in a position to get smashed into, injured potentially. And then what happens if she gets hurt? Can you imagine if she got hurt setting a stupid screen?
No.
I'd run her ass over. And more than likely, and I don't care if they call it a foul or not. Who cares? I'm going to do it every single time. You want to have Cailtin Clark setting screens on me? I'm going to truck her ass. Sorry about that. I'm going to truck her ass, and I'm going to deal with the results. There was a call today on Ari McDonald on top of that on a flagrant. Look, by rule, that's a flagrant foul. That was a nothing foul. They made it seem like she tackled her. She grabbed her on the waist. A man would fall and land on his feet. It's a woman. She lands on her ass. I mean, it's just what it is. But you just, JC, there's a massive difference between getting bumped and fouled on the perimeter and getting run over.
Rudy's saying he would put her on her ass. He'd put her on her ass.
I would put her on her ass every single time. And if you don't think that's what these other teams are talking about doing, you're crazy. Of course they're going to do it. If she tries to set a real screen, but she's not setting real screens. She's setting slip screens and trying to avoid being hit. And I've actually had some people tell me that they thought that they didn't like that she gained a little weight. How much weight did she gain? 5 pounds? Like, she needed to put some muscle on her body. She doesn't weigh 165. She still weighs probably under 160. This isn't about her putting muscle on her body. It's about the fact that she's been injured since the season started, since the preseason. Rudy's kid is going to be immune to hard coaches. Coach will be like, nothing rattles. You're damn right. You're damn right. Because I'm a yeller, and my son's like, bro, if she had 10 pounds, that means she weighs 162. She needs to have some muscle weight. She's not getting, it's not that she can't get by people, it's that she's been injured. She has busted wheels. She's got busted wheels. Quad, groin, maybe now an ankle. Like, fuck you want her to do? She's not going to get around people if she's hurt. And I don't think she looks all that big, personally. I mean, you could go look at Michael Jordan from like 1983 and then look at him in like 1990.
Go look at Steph from the first time he faced LeBron in the finals to now.
He looks like he ate a lot of food and lifted a lot of weights because he was skinny as shit. And he needed to gain some fucking muscle mass, Wait, you are stating take her out for good. What? What are you talking about, Kent? I said if I'm the other team and you're going to run Cailtin Clark to set screens on me, I'm going to take her ass out. I'm going to put my shoulder right into her chest every time. Why are you running a player who's supposed to run your offense and you running her off the ball the whole game? She didn't do that in college. She didn't do that in high school. She didn't do that in elementary school. Now we're going to go in her second. She didn't do that last year. Now we're going to go in her second year and say, oh, you know what? Let's go put Cailtin Clark in the corner.
And injured. It's like, not only are you injured, but now we're going to have you do something that you're not used to doing. That's not muscle memory for you. It makes no sense.
And yes, people, there were the commentators. Yes, Cailtin Clark got bumped on the perimeter. She got fouled. That's great. They lost by 19. They lost by 19. Like, shit. This isn't about this. This is about game planning and how you are ruining one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world. I appreciate it, Shannon. Yeah, like imagine Cailtin Clark sets a screen on Marina Mabry. They set a screen on Marina Mabry.
Shoot, they don't even need to set a screen for Marina Mabry.
She'll just come from behind regardless.
She'll just come from out of nowhere.
Regardless. I don't know what people, I don't know what people think is. I don't know what people think anymore. Like it's tremendously frustrating. By the way, folks, if you're in the room, please do hit the like button. I appreciate you being here tonight. I appreciate Ben jumping on board because this wasn't planned. I said if you want to jump on your board, you want to jump on, come on board because we'll have a good time. Those are my thoughts on how to fix potentially is you got to keep running and you got to change your defense pressure. Like you said, full court press or just pressure. Period. They don't do any of that.
It's like we're trying to counterpunch Rudy, and we're not counterpunchers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. We're trying to counterpunch, but we're not counterpunchers.
Just stay on the ropes the whole game.
we're knockout artists.
Yeah,
what is it? 20 to 11 needed to turn into 30 to 15. Needed to turn into 40 to 25. That's how these games need to play out. Let's keep it close and let's slow. That doesn't work into our favor at all. That doesn't work in our favor at all.
At what point, do you think she's lost the locker room at this point, Stephanie White?
Stephanie White? Rudy,
you think she's lost the locker room yet?
Everybody,
9 now. They're 9.
Everybody in that locker room?
No, not everybody. I don't think she's lost everybody. I do think she's lost some people in that locker room.
Some people for sure. The person that matters?
Not yet.
Not yet. Dude, because right, I will admit, and PP's I was drinking the Kool-Aid, PP. You know what I'm saying? I'll admit it, Rudy. But if I was drinking the Kool-Aid, dude, Cailtin was gulping that thing down. You know what I mean? If I was taking a sip here, taking a sip there, dude, she was chugging that drink. It's gonna take a lot for her to throw all that Kool-Aid up, dude. I've thrown it all up. The Kool-Aid's no longer in my system.
How much do you think DeWanna Bonner fucked that locker room up?
She fucked it up, but I don't think she's the sole reason why the locker room was fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she was the sole reason.
What did you think of Stephanie White telling Cailtin Clark to slow down? Okay, before you answer that, I'm gonna answer you. I'm gonna answer this for you, Kent. I don't know why it comes across as such. I'm telling you what I would do if I was an opposing team. And you want to know what? The only way something will get done is if it does happen. Because then the fan base will lose their fucking minds on Stephanie White and say, you just got our golden child injured because you're a fucking idiot for a coach. Sometimes shit like that has to happen for an idiot like Stephanie White to figure this shit out, to understand. You have now destroyed this franchise. You're having this woman set screens and women that are 200 pounds are running her ass over. Do I want it to happen? No. It doesn't come across as anything except maybe for you. I don't know. I'm giving you an opinion of what I would do as a defense if I'm playing them. Because I look at this from a coaching perspective when I'm playing somebody. You're running screens with Cailtin Clark. I would do the same shit to Kelsey Mitchell. Is Kelsey Mitchell setting screens on me? I'm running her ass over. Is Ari McDonald setting screens on me? I'm running her ass over. If Michaela Timpson is setting a screen on me, I'm trying to go around it. I'm trying to hedge around it, squeeze under it, go, if you give me name a good screen setter in the WNBA.
Maisha Hines-Allen, dude.
Give me she put Leonie Phoebus
on her ass so many times in the finals, dude.
No, so then I'm gonna avoid that screen. I'm gonna try to squeeze under, go around it. Cailtin Clark, a guard, I'm gonna run your ass the fuck over. Sorry, go ahead.
Boro, if you're I think the front office is fucking dumb as fuck at this point. I can't make any excuses for them, Boro. They're fucking dumb. Whether they're doing it on purpose or not, dumb is the truth. Dumb is the truth. And David Weiss, to your point on what Rudy was saying, yeah, it's like nobody can even set a fucking screen properly unless instead of Damaris Dantis, AB, go set a screen. Like AB, go set an off-ball screen.
Notice I didn't mention her name, right?
Dude, dude, I saw, who was it? It was AB, and I want to say it was Natasha Howard. And even Debbie Antonelli saying this, like, oh, here comes the stagger screens. Natasha Howard and AB set screens, like 5 feet apart.
Did anyone actually anyone actually set a screen?
Dude, the person guarding Cailtin Clark followed her like she was like those screens weren't even there, Rudy. Like there was no
screens.
There was no different route needed to be taken to fight through the screens. They just whoop. Oh, what the fuck you guys doing? Just whoop right around her. But Rudy, we said this early, I don't know if it was early in the season or maybe last year. They just don't practice, man. They just don't practice. I'm convinced it's an hour and a half. They come in, hour and a half, they go home.
I'm gonna call Allen Iverson.
Oh man.
What did you think of her? That was the question. What did you think of Stephanie White telling her to slow down? Thank you, Baltimore Ravens.
Telling Cailtin Clark to slow down?
Slow down, yeah. Slow down.
I don't get it.
To Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point. David Weiss, it's like telling Max Verstappen not to go for it. If there's a corner and there's a gap, he's got to go for the gap. You don't tell these people to not play to their strengths. That does nothing for them, because then you're already behind the 8 ball. If my best ability is passing, well, if the ball is not in my hand, how am I going to pass?
Yeah, how am I slowing down if you're throwing me in the corner?
It's a good point. If the ball's in my hand, how am I going to pass? I need the ball in my hand for me to pass. And when the ball is in my hand, the defense is so fucking obsessed with my threes that they fucking play me that everybody else is now wide open.
I almost want to go rewatch this game to torture myself, but to actually see how many times Cailtin Clark dribbled the ball up the floor. Just so I can see, because she had 6 assists. I want to see how many times she dribbled the ball up the floor, because I don't remember her dribbling the ball up the floor very much in this game. And yeah, I want to know how many times she dribbled the ball up the floor, because she still managed to have 6 assists in a game where she was playing off the ball most of the game.
You know what's crazy with this whole I've been watching Cailtin Clark for 5 years. It's like she's watching for 5 years. It's like, oh my God, this is how I'll use her in my offense. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is, Rudy. It's like, I know exactly how to use her in my offense. I'm not going to see what Lisa Bluter's doing and all the correct things that I figured it out. It's like, what have you figured out? You don't know how to use her at all. You just don't know what to do with her, Rudy. She just doesn't know. And I don't know why, when Cailtin Clark and Natasha Howard are both present in the same game, like Cailtin Clark's available. Dude, what happened? Dude, I'm over here saying good things about Natasha Howard. It must have gotten back to her, Rudy. It's like, dude, Ben said a few good things. Cut it short, man. Cut it short. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? What the absolute hell is going on here?
Someone just said this is actually would have been the game that you need a me bounder.
Oh yeah, shout out to Lanier. I don't think he's in the chat, but yeah, Lanier was having a good time with all of his Angel Reese takes that he was laying in on us. Eddie
Bowie said this. Y'all need a me bounder. Yeah, they needed a me bounder today.
Yeah, and then people are bringing up that they can't play the pace in the first quarter. They got tired and they died down because that's not a pace that's sustainable.
Well, would you say that CC's even 70%? I think she's 70%. I think that's reasonable.
Well, why not? Why aren't they in shape to play this type of game? What have they been doing for the last year? Have they not been getting in shape?
Well, Cailtin Clark said she was tired.
It's like you guys are a marathon runner and you're practicing for sprints. I don't understand it.
Cailtin Clark said she was tired in the press conference. I mean, without saying it, she said it.
Well,
because she's not in shape. Because she's not in shape.
Well, to what you said, Rudy. Wait. So you're telling me on Monday she wasn't ready for full activities. Tuesday she gets her. And now silly me.
You can't get in the game shape without playing games. Yeah, I know you can't get in the game shape without playing games technically, but you can practice enough at a high enough intensity and high enough pace and speed that you're not in awful shape. And her cardio wasn't there. And she basically said as much. You can listen if you listen to the press conference. She said basically that without saying, "Yeah, I was fucking exhausted," But yeah, But yeah, they rushed her back. I hope I hope her leg doesn't hurt tomorrow morning. I hope it doesn't. But would it shock me if it does? No. Would it shock me? Would it shock me if she doesn't play Friday? No. We'll see. I hope.
If she doesn't play Friday, that would piss me the fuck off even more, Rudy.
But what happens? But like, what's going to happen if we're going to continue to throw her out there, and what's going to happen if you continue to throw her out there and her numbers continue to be trash? Like, you're ruining her. You're making her look bad. Like, this is a woman that is elite. Like that first. Did you read the first chapter of the book yet?
Yeah.
I read that first chapter alone just told you what a savage Cailtin Clark is. Like that first chapter. And then I learned that apparently Iowa had 6-on-6 basketball up into the 80s with 3-on-3 on both sides. And one side plays defense, one side plays offense. and that's the basketball they played in Iowa.
Rudy,
For women. But she's a savage, and she was playing 2 grades up, a 13-0 run over the last like 80 seconds of the game or whatever the hell it was to win.
Who does this remind you of? When have you seen something like a talent like this and a coach just not be able to adjust?
Do you have someone in your brain?
I don't. No, I don't. I don't. That's the thing. You have a more extensive history than I do.
Jesus Christ. I don't think I've ever in the NBA, I don't know that I've ever seen someone with a talent like this not be able to adjust. Like even like Kobe had a few bad years, but it wasn't like he hadn't won multiple championships.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, I mean, I see Del Harris name, but they were 57 win teams. Iceman, they were division champions. Like they were still a 55 win team type. It wasn't like they were garbage. Like this team looks like trash. If you want to say Jordan early on with Doug Collins, but he did adjust because they eventually made it to the Eastern Conference semis. It wasn't
did Jordan ever look like shit?
No, never.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm not saying winning. I'm saying a player with so much talent just look like a role player.
No,
just be reduced to a role player because the coach is just nothing. Don't know what to do.
Yeah, and I can't even say that this year about the Miami Heat because I think Jimmy Butler is on his last legs. But yeah, he looked like shit. But I'm not going to call Eric Spoelstra a bad coach. He's a multiple-time champion, and he's won with Jimmy helped get him to the finals twice. Like I've never seen a player of this level, of this, and like this is one of the greatest players in the history of the sport. And I can't think of one coach that's ever had an elite player like this look so mediocre over a 4-game stretch.
And just because I see the name in the chat, Baltimore Ravens #1, dude, Harbro said, we're changing everything here for Lamar. We are turning this shit upside down to make sure that this shit's circled around Lamar. He didn't say, hey, Lamar, you're going to do play action. No. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change my receivers. I'm going to change my running backs. I'm going to change my offensive line. We're going to build our defense like this. They changed everything for Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, they did.
Dude, I don't fucking know.
Hey, Matthew, MJ's first coach, though, but Michael Jordan averaged 28 points as a rookie. He didn't make Michael Jordan look bad.
Yeah, we're talking about looking bad.
Like Stephanie White's downright made Cailtin Clark today more than the other games, but today made her look like a role player. Like if I had never seen the Indiana Fever play basketball before, and I had never heard the name Cailtin Clark before, and I turned on the television, I would think that Cailtin Clark is a mediocre ass role player, having watched her for the first time today, because that's what she looked like today. She looked like that today completely, and that was in game plan by the coach.
Yeah.
The coach's game plan made her look like. Think of a role.
And that's the problem. The thing with what Stephanie White was saying all offseason, this offense, I'm using the term loosely, was supposed to be in instances where they do shut her down when they're playing through CC. So they have something to fall back on. We're leading with our plan B, and we're resorting to plan C. And only when Cailtin Clark wants to play plan A, that's when plan A finally comes out. But we don't even use our first or second game plan to our advantage, Rudy.
There was a line in that first chapter where she says, I'm not losing this game. I need her to go back to that. If she's healthy enough, I need her to go back to that shit of I'm not losing this game shit. Because otherwise, I don't know what to say. I need her to return to that. And I don't know if she's feeling mentally burnt out with this woman. I don't know if she's feeling mentally broken with Stephanie White. I don't know anymore. I don't hear her speak. I think the injuries obviously are bugging her, and it sucks. And she doesn't, she's probably, I'm sure she's cried a whole lot at home about it. Literally, I'm sure she's literally probably broken down in tears because of the situation. But at some point, she needs to step it up and say, this is my team. I'm going to win, and you're not going to stop me from winning. Like, I don't give a shit what your stupid fucking game plan is. Give me the fucking rock. Are you, Stephanie White, going to bench me? I dare you. I dare you to bench me. I want to see if Stephanie White would have the ovaries to bench her because she's saying, fuck you. I'm the goddamn motherfucker here, and you're not gonna stop me from winning games. And at some point, she needs to do that. Presuming she's healthy enough to do it. I don't know that I don't even think she's healthy enough to do it right now. But if she's healthy enough to do it, screw this shit. What is the purpose of I don't know that see what we're never going to see is we're never going to see tomorrow morning a Stephen A. Smith or a Chinny Ogumake or someone get on that show on First Take and say, what the fuck is Stephanie White doing? They're never going to do it.
That's true.
They're never going to do it. They're going to sit here and say, wow, Cailtin Clark looked really bad. Yeah, she did. She absolutely, you look terrible, and ask yourself and tell us why.
Sorry, just since you're on that, that's why, even though you guys might not like some things that Jason Whitlock says, I guarantee you tomorrow, Whitlock is saying, what the fuck is going on here, dude?
He already said it today, dude.
He might say that's how he feels. It is what it is. But he also feels like, dude, what the fuck is Stephanie White doing? We need people like Jason Whitlock, Colin Cowherd. He might say something as well. Dan Dockage might say something as well. I can assure you those three are going to come tomorrow and say, what the fuck is going on in Indiana?
Yo, here, check this out.
Yeah, I saw this. Lisa Salter's baby.
Yeah, the daughter or whatever. Yeah, but here, if you haven't seen it yet, folks, this is what Jason Whitlock said already. He already said this today. You want to hear it? Here, take a listen.
Hey, at this point, you have to consider the possibility that the Indiana Fever are in on the plot to destroy Cailtin Clark. Stephanie White is an idiot, should be fired. This woman played Ari McDonald 18 minutes in the first half. 3 weeks ago, Ari McDonald wasn't on a WNBA roster. The entire Fever roster is healthy. And Ari McDonald plays 18 minutes in the first half, throws Cailtin Clark and the chemistry between Cailtin Clark and Aaliyah Boston completely out the window. They get beat by 19 points by an expansion team at home. There is a plot to destroy Cailtin Clark, and Stephanie White and the Indiana Fever might be in on it. It is laid down, did not play. Stephanie White, someone needs to walk her into a room and say, hey, look here, baby girl, I know you and Lisa Salters got this thing going on, but Ari McDonald.
Yeah, they throw a picture up. That's crazy.
Not Lisa Salters' daughter.
Oh
that's not her niece. That's not her daughter. That's not a baby version of Lisa Salters. That's a woman that should be lucky she's on a WNBA roster. Ain't no way she should be in our starting lineup. This is a joke and a disaster of a season. I don't know if it's fixable. They all need Cailtin Clark.
Right. I mean, folks, we need to champion.
Sorry. Hold on a second. Let me add you back on. Where the hell did you go? My mistake, sir. Where the hell did you go? Yeah, there you are. But I gotta get the right screen. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. I said we needed champion voices like that, right? Just because he says something you guys disagree with one time doesn't mean we put up pitchforks at Jason Whitlock. Dude is the only one calling a fucking buck out there in the media. Seriously, every show, dude, if you watch Whitlock every show and you look at his chat every time, they're saying, what the fuck are you talking about the WNBA for? If you see him on Twitter, they say, dude, why are you talking about the WNBA all the time? And time again, he defends Cailtin Clark. Time and time again, he sticks up for her. So if one time he says that she flopped, suck it the fuck up, folks. Because he's the only motherfucker out there consistently putting on for her.
Yeah. And I like Ari McDonald. I like her, but she's not a starter. There's a reason she wasn't in the league literally fucking 4 weeks ago. There's a reason. Did you watch the 1 for 7 from 3? Did you watch the last game where she 0 for 4 from 3 and she keeps shooting fucking threes? I like her. She should come off your bench and be an irritant and give you 15 minutes a game. I didn't even realize she played 18 minutes in the first half.
She played the entire second quarter, Rudy. The entire second quarter she played.
That's when I noticed that I never saw Cailtin Clark touch the ball. Like if you don't laugh about it, you're gonna cry. That's where I'm at. If I don't laugh about it, I'm gonna cry because I don't have the energy for 25 more games of this. I don't have the energy, folks. I'm letting you know right now. I'm gonna start doing content on other teams. I'm gonna start putting out videos on other players because I don't want to talk about this team anymore at the moment. They're not worth talking about. If Cailtin Clark is going to be a de facto role player in this offense, I have no interest in watching it. I want her. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, Paula Desmond, I bet she's privately upset. Being privately upset and not voicing this out does nothing but make you more upset.
Yep.
Staying there, sitting there by yourself, stewing because you're so pissed off and not actually express, it does nothing but make yourself more fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
She needs to let it, like when players go at, not literally go at their coach, but get up in their coach and say, "Coach, what the fuck are we what's going on? What are we doing?" The coach usually responds pretty favorably to that. It's going to be a tough conversation, but the coach usually responds pretty favorably to that. She does. She needs to, and we don't need to know about it publicly. We don't need to know about it publicly. Get on your coach's ass.
Yeah.
Get on your coach's ass in the locker room. Exactly. In the locker room when there's no fucking reporters around, in practice when there's nobody there taking videos, get on her ass. If it's just, hey, coach, can I talk to you real quick? You guys ever talk to your manager at work? Like, hey, can I talk to you real quick? You ever talk to an employee? You're the manager. You ever talk to an employee? Hey, can I talk to you real quick?
Yeah. I talked to mine today, actually.
Fucking talk to him. Holy shit. It's 2 minutes of awkwardness, and then you're in the conversation, and the awkwardness is gone.
Yeah, I'm being real. I'm gonna start putting out content on other teams and other players because I love Cailtin Clark, but I'm not gonna be able to do videos on 10, 6, and 5. I can't do it. Emotionally, it's bothering me. Like I can't do it. And I'm watching other teams play. Like
PP, without saying too much, PP, you might be right. She might have put out signals in some things that she's done publicly that has said, oh, we could do this to her. Oh, we could do that. Oh, she's not what we thought she'll play along. You might be right, PP. Yeah. You might be right.
What do you think of this, Ben? What do you think of this?
You the one know what I think of it, Rudy? That's Janine Agbanaya and Shaquille O'Neal doing what they fucking do. That's what that is. That is exactly what that is. That was Shaquille O'Neal saying 2K.
How the fuck?
That was Shaq saying 2K. Caitlin's on the cover, right? Oh, 2K. Oh, Cailin. I said fucking Cailin. Angel's on the cover, right? Oh, 2K. Angel's on the cover, right? Yeah, she's on the cover. Say no more. That's what that is. That's exactly what that is. That's being proactive. I doubt they waited for 2K to call them. I doubt it, Rudy. That's being proactive. Like, you know what? 2K's coming out. Let's see if I could get you on the cover. That'd be pretty cool. Let me make a couple calls. Let me send a few emails and see what we could do. Meanwhile, Erin Kane with her fucking scarf and her fucking glasses bigger than mine is just sitting there calm and peaceful. As Cece continues to get fucked. It's all embarrassing.
That's insane to me. That's insane.
Yeah, that's Angel Reese's team being a team.
Her teammates are wearing these me-bound t-shirts. They're walking in wearing me-bound t-shirts.
Make lemons out of lemonade. Yeah, Iceman. Angel Reese's agent. Yeah, between her agent and Shaquille O'Neal, dude, they're doing their job.
Oh yeah, ESG. That's real. This has literally been posted by NBA 2K. This is real. She's the cover. It's coming out
really
next
say
week.
Me 2K? No, it doesn't.
No, NBA 2K.
No, it doesn't.
No, NBA 2K, not Me 2K. Her teammates though are wearing fucking me bound t-shirts. I've seen it. I saw Haley Van Lith rocking one.
But again, this is, I mean, to be fair, this is a fucking video game cover. This isn't gonna make anybody go out of their way to fucking buy a video game. They're either gonna buy the game or they're not.
No, of course.
You know, so,
but there's options because there's a men's version and you can buy the same damn game because you know.
No.
I told my sons, you're not buying this.
Yeah, who would buy the fucking? Who? I mean, 2K's
so
fucking trash.
My son said he's buying the SGA version. It's like you're not. And then he called SGA the GOAT. I'm like, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm not mad at it. I think that.
No, I'm not. I just
again,
incredible. It's incredible.
Rudy, her team is fucking top notch, dude. Like her team is fucking top notch. Oh, Angel, I watched a video today. The Pope was making fun of you, calling it me bounds. Angel said, "Oh, me bounds. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Let's get something working on that." Hey, Angel, I saw this today. They're calling you a double-double. Oh, double-double. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, let me call McDonald's, see what we can do.
Angel Reese got a pass right here, a behind-the-back pass, behind the head pass in this game versus the wings that they're showing right now over and over again.
Yeah, when it comes to, dude, when it comes to marketing, I really can't shit on Angel Reese's game.
Not at all.
She knows what she's doing.
I mean, she does have she has a 1 to 5 assist to turnover ratio.
Yeah, or her team, or her team knows what she's doing, but I really can't hate on it.
So Paige Beckers gets put in the All-Star team and she goes 5 for 19 today. Oh my goodness! Like the Sky's beating the Wings right now by 11 with 1.
Some Make-A-Wish energy. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Cliff Kessler, she was not shooting open. Oh, I'm very well aware. I'm very well aware. I'm very well aware. I know she doesn't shoot open threes. She only shoots them when they're open by like 12 feet. When they're open by 3 feet, she doesn't shoot them. She gets oh shit. She gets those oh shit moments. I've been watching it now for 2 years. I'm not crying about a cover. I'm asking Ben's opinion on the cover.
Yeah, and Ben
praised the agent.
I think Angel. Yeah. When it comes to I've been very, very positive when it comes to Angel Reese and how she markets and how her team markets her and how her team gets her deals. That was like, damn, you guys got that deal. Well, yeah, we got that motherfucking deal.
Yeah. Did you see okay, I dropped the video tonight. I don't know if anyone saw it yet.
I did see her shoes.
Folks, look, I'm going to give my opinion on this whole sneaker deal with women's basketball at this point. If you haven't seen the video, I do ask you to watch that video. This isn't even about Angel Reese. Those shoes look like 1985 Reeboks. Like between the Asia Wilsons that look like 1996 Air Maxes, these designs suck. And it's not even about the player anymore. It's about the fact that these sneaker companies are so fucking lazy and they can't design shit. They're so bad at designing that they got to use Kobe design to give you a Cailtin sneaker. It's embarrassing. And that's the only reason the sneaker looks good, because when they design one for her, it's probably going to look like a clown shoe. Sabrina's shoe, Sabrina just announced yesterday that she has her third version coming out, which is basically a Kobe shoe as well. So, you know, it's to the point where these shoe companies are so fucking lazy in their production of sneakers for these women that I think it's insulting to them. I don't have to like Angel Reese to say she deserves better than that from a company. And even look, she has the shoe. They've done it for her, but the shoe looks like shit. It doesn't even look like a basketball shoe. I did the video and I threw up all these men's shoes. These designs, have you seen LaMelos? These things are fire in comparison. Like, these women's shoes are horrid. What are they doing? And how do these women sit here and look at this shit and say, this is acceptable to throw out here as a shoe? And I think it's lazy and shitty from these companies. And I do think Nike's the worst of them all, because we're still sitting here waiting for a real fucking shoe. We're still waiting for a real shoe. Reebok, that Reebok design looked like a design that I saw in 1985. Like, that's what it looked like. Asia Wilson's shoe goes for $115 retail. And it's selling in GOAT for $100. Like, GOAT is where you get rid of shoes and you sell them for 3 times the amount. Like, Caitlin's shoes go for $500 on GOAT. You know, her shoe goes for $100 to $140 depending on the size. I think Reebok screwed Angel Reese. I just think it's ridiculous. If you're a fashionista and you hand me this shit, I'm sitting here like, what? Is this what y'all came up with in a year? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, and I know she's going to promote it. And you know what? They're going to sell because her fans are all going to buy them, even though they're ugly as fuck. But, they look like Air Monarchs.
They're going to sell.
They're going to sell. And they look like Air Monarchs. You know the Air Monarchs? Those are the dad shoes, the Nike dad shoe.
I thought they were New Balances.
No, the New Balances are in style now, man. Those are cool now.
I thought those weren't in style anymore. I thought they were in style a few years ago.
No, New Balances came into basketball because of Jamal Murray. Because Jamal Murray is sponsored. Kawhi Leonard by New Balance. Like Puma makes a shoe for LaMelo Ball. Those LaMelo Balls. My son's got like 4 pair of them because he constantly asks me for sneakers. Yes, he's spoiled. Bro, he's got. Can you hear me right now? I don't know if I can.
No, yeah, we hear you.
Stupid. Mm-hmm. LaMelo Ball, like those Melos are fire, man. Seriously, they look amazing. And yet, even if you go through Dick's and look at all the different sneakers for the men, they look good. They look good. Like some of them I think are ugly, but that shit is trash. And you're gonna give that as the first sneaker? Fuck, screw it, man. Reebok, you're not doing these women right. Like Nike ain't doing them right. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Let me just say this real quick. Angel has Reebok Barbie clothing line retro stylist. Now here we go. This is how good I think that Angel's manager, agent, team is behind her. Right? We had the Reese's Pieces. You had the Bayou Barbie. You had Barbie Night. Okay, so on and so forth. I mean, I'm sure they had to get licensed for Barbie Night. You know what I mean, Rudy? That's just
absolutely.
Dude, there's a fucking Superman movie coming out, and there's no Cailtin Clark Kent shit on the horizon. Rudy, there's a Superman movie.
Okay.
There's no Cailtin Clark Kent. That's how good. But Rudy, that's Angel Reese's team right there. They would be all over that shit like white on rice.
The next time a Barbie movie comes out, Angel Reese will be in that movie.
You don't send fucking Cailtin Clark out there one day with just a fucking Superman logo on your dude. Angel Reese's team would be all over that shit. It's ridiculous.
No, her first shoe that wasn't a real shoe last year. That was like a personal design. She designed those shoes. I thought they came out. They said those are her shoes. She was designing shoes by game. No, the shoe that was put out today that she sat on a thing with in this photo with Reebok this is the shoe that they're coming out with. If you haven't seen it yet, I will show it to you.
Lindy, Lindy, she might not need that, but Lindy, you think if she was in New York, they're not fucking doing anything like that with premieres? Like, come on, dude.
That shoe looks like shit to me. Like that's just
insanity.
That doesn't even look like a basketball shoe, bro. Like that don't even look like a basketball shoe. I think they're doing her wrong. I think they're doing her dirty. Oh, we
failing her, Burrow.
Hey, Burrow, we have talked about the failures of the fucking Cailtin Clark management team for how long?
Failing her.
They have been failing her for quite some time. That's something that Ben has talked about. We've both talked about, but Ben's talked about it a lot.
Literally everybody in her circle has failed her.
Everybody.
As soon as she got drafted, they've just all turned into failures. It's pretty ridiculous.
It's insane. It's absolutely nuts. I mean, they got to go play now on Friday. Who the hell are they playing on Friday? Atlanta? Is that Atlanta on Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Yeah, Iceman. Yeah.
You can't hide her as a 3 in that game.
You got Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray, and Jordan Canada. Yeah, she's gonna be all over the place. Yeah.
Who the hell's the 3? Ryan Howard. You can't hide her against fucking.
And just prepare yourself, folks. They're going to be grabbing her. They're going to be holding her. They're going to be hand checking her. We know already.
Let them set a screen. Let her set a screen on one of them. Let her set a screen on Ryan Howard. Let him set a screen on Brianna Jones or Brittany Griner. Let that happen. Stephanie White will get her put in a hospital. Like that's insane. Dude, they're going to get her. If that's a team that I don't want to play on Friday, bro. If there's one team that I don't want to play on Friday, it's that team. That would be the one team that I would never want to see because that team is, I think Atlanta is really good, and I think that they're physical as shit.
Rudy, I'm going to hop off here, Rudy.
All right, man.
I appreciate you having me.
I appreciate
the chat having me. I'll be in the chat though. Don't worry, Rudy.
I thank you so much
Appreciate
for jumping on board, brother.
Take it easy. I'll see you Sunday.
All right, man. Thank you very much, Ben. Appreciate you jumping on board here. This was awesome. Yeah, JC Sheldon has a shoe. It's some corny brand I've never heard of. It's like $50, $60. I actually saw it. But yeah, Atlanta is a game that scares me. Am I old? Shaq first came in the league. Yeah, of course. I remember Shaq. Shaq has been fouled every play for his entire career. Like Shaq is a guy that it didn't matter the situation because of his size. He was going to get fouled constantly, and he got fouled his entire career. And if he had ever learned to shoot free throws, Shaq would be the top scorer in NBA history. But Ben needs his coffee. But yeah, it is one of those things that I appreciate Ben jumping on. Made that a lot more fun tonight for me because this is a tough topic to deal with. I mean, if you look at them right now, and if you look at the team statistics, like this team right now, this season is shooting from the field 45.5%. And the crazy part is that's probably one of the best in the league because the league does not shoot that well overall. And it's largely padded up by Aaliyah Boston at almost 60%, Natasha Howard at 55%, Kelsey Mitchell's at 46%, Lexi's at 46%. And those are the majority of your shots along with Cailtin Clark. But, Cailtin Clark's been struggling this year, obviously, from the field in the last, 4 games or 5 games or what have you. But their 3-point shooting, 34.4, it's well below what we were expecting it to look like. The shooting issues with this team this year have been a struggle. They have not shot the ball well from the 3-point line. And that's why will continue to press and stress that Lexi Hull has got to shoot the ball more from the 3-point line. Right now, if you look at what is happening, Lexi Hull shoots almost a 3.5 less than Ari McDonald. Now think about that for a second. Do you want to watch Ari McDonald shoot a bunch of threes, or do you want to see Lexi Hull shoot threes? I would want to see Lexi Hull shoot threes because Lexi Hull can actually make threes. So I do call on Lexi Hull to be more aggressive shooting the ball, not think about it and just jack that shit. Can I help me find losing the ball clip? Can you help me find? No, I'm not going to help you find losing the ball clips. Not going to happen here. I don't have time for that dumb shit. Sophie Cunningham has been close to useless to me. She's shooting more threes than Lexi Hull is per game. She's shooting 3.1 threes per game, and Lexi Hull's shooting 2.7. I think Lexi Hull's a starter on Friday again, depending on. I think she starts on Friday regardless. I don't. Lester, that's what I've been saying for quite some time. Lexi Hull should be shooting at least 6-7 threes per game. I don't ever want to even see her shoot a 2-point shot. They're 8th in field goal attempts, so they won't. If they're taking that few field goal attempts, then there's probably a turnover discrepancy, and they're getting crushed on the offensive glass because they shoot 46% from the field. I want to see what the WNBA team stats are, because actually even right now the Indiana Fever are still 5th in the league in scoring from the field goal percentage wise. Let's see right here, field goal percentage wise, the Indiana Fever are 2nd in the league in field goal percentage right now. Lexi did get benched today and they put Clark at the 3, which was insane. But yeah, the Indiana Fever are shooting 45.7%, which is 2nd in the league behind Minnesota at 46.2. That's crazy. And they're 6th in 3-point shooting, which is not good. But, they're mid-pack. They're 8th in free throws per game. But let's see what the turnover is there. And let me see the turnover. They're 7th in turnovers. It's hard to understand why they're so. Offensive rebounds, they're 8th. Defensive rebounds, they're 6th. It's like, it's weird. It's weird. I'm still waiting to see Sophie Cunningham show up to the party once in a while. I'm still waiting to see that. I'm just looking at y'all comments right now. If you're gonna come on here to troll, throw me some money, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. If you're gonna come on here to troll, throw me some money. I'm not gonna be dealing with this dumb shit. Like, this is stupid. You know. You got one more, and then you go bye-bye. Throw me some money, or I'm not gonna be dealing with the trolling. And you know what? She's still averaging 13 and 12, so I don't want to hear it. 13 and 12. And I'm the one that actually said that somebody would be an MVP candidate if you didn't listen, but you didn't listen. So yeah, she's playing well. I've said that. I said Angel Reese is playing well. I said that. I was very clear about that. I said she's playing well. And I said a lot of things before the season started that was very complimentary of her. And she started off the season playing as trash as could possibly be. But, I know you didn't hear that because that actually requires listening skills. So you can tell me whatever you want to tell me. Yeah. You can tell me whenever you want to tell me. So, yeah, let's yeah, we do Genghis Khan Jr. We got some people in here that want to start some rabble rousing and shit, and they get a few more before I'm like done. I'm done with that ding ding shit. Bye. You got banned. Have a good day. You want to be a smartass? You get sent out the damn room. You get sent away. Have a good one. Have a good one. Anyone want to comment on this game? I'll provide you with the link now if you were interested in jumping on board. I'm not going to deal with the dumb stuff, but if you have a few comments, I'm going to keep it to one question or one comment and then move on to the next. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I am going to start covering other teams as well. I'm going to be doing videos on players. I hope you watch them, and I'm going to share more information about the WNBA with you because what am I going to show? Ask Steph a question for they don't give me a credential, so they won't give me a credential. So until they do, I won't have a chance. Oh, absolutely. Nikasi's absolutely better coach than Stephanie White. There's no question about it. No question about it. Oh, Ayers, the league is complete ass. But what I said at the beginning, look, what I said at the beginning of the season, was that I expect. Oh, we got Duke in the building. What's going on, Duke? Let's bring you on here, sir. What I said at the beginning of the season was, I was very clear about it, where I said that I expected her to play like she played in Unrivaled. And if she did, then she'd be an MVP candidate because I said she'd average probably 19 and 11. And in the WNBA, that makes you an MVP candidate. And that's what I said. So, yeah, the league is trash, but MVPs have been won by people averaging 19 and 8. That's all I said. And I'll sit here and I'll tell you, I thought that Cailtin Clark would be the MVP. It's not going to happen this year. She's destroyed. You know, I don't know what I'm reaming. Let me see here. What do you got, Duke, man? What's going on, brother?
Man, it's like the loss today was really bad. The Fever had 4 days rest, home and home. The Valks, this was their third game in a row on the road in 5 days.
Wow, so, I didn't even know that. I didn't even realize that.
No. So it's like, okay, they played 11 a.m. Central Time, which is 9 a.m. West Coast time, and they just flat out beat the Fever. Like the amount of rest, how like the Fever only played 2 games in 4 days, while the Valks played 3 games in 5 days, and it's like the Valkyries just straight up beat up the Fever.
Yeah.
No, for me, I consider this like the worst loss of the 10 losses.
And the Valks lost those last 2 games to Minnesota and Atlanta.
Yeah. So it's like they're on their 3rd straight road game in a row. Oh, what was their last game, Atlanta?
Yeah, they lost by 9, 90-81 on Monday.
Okay, and then they flew in last night, and then
they got in Tuesday morning, I'm sure, and then they probably had an hour-long practice, and then they took a nap.
And then there was one thing when I was looking at where it's like the Fever have blown 4 double-digit leads, 3 of them in the 4th quarter, which last year, okay, the Fever weren't that good, but Christie's sides only lost 1 game last year when they were up double digits, when they were up by 13 against Chicago.
Yeah, that was the only game they lost double digits.
That was the only game they lost by double digits. And it's like they've already done 4, and it's not even – there's only been, 20 games so far?
Yeah, 19 games. 9 and 10 now. Yeah.
And then for those 10 losses, half of those losses are against teams not even in the playoffs. 2 against the Sparks.
Oh, horrible! Yeah,
1 against one against the Mystics. And but yes, like so the idea that they could turn it up, like the easy schedule more or less is like front loaded for the Fever this year, and it's like they're not winning them, and it's like we have yet to play the Lynx and the Mercury so far, so it's only going to get tougher for the Fever.
Yep. So I got another one here. Semper Fi, what's going on? What do you got?
Hey, how you doing there, Rudy?
Doing well. What's happening? What do you got for me?
I was watching a podcast earlier today after the game. I think it was John the Liquidator.
Yeah.
Have you heard of him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And he was saying that it's just his opinion, or that when CC traded coaches, she was sending a message, because apparently Reeves and White coached the same way, that she was sending them. She was sending them hidden message that I want you gone, and that today may have been revenge from White for what happened during the All-Star selection. That's just an opinion. Just want to get your thoughts.
That's what he said, that he thought that doing what was a slight at White.
When Reeves, when CC traded coaches for the All-Star game,
yeah,
she was kind of like sending a message to White that I want you gone.
Really, that's what you think?
I know. I just get your thoughts.
I'm curious why that would be the reason that he thinks that. I don't know why he thinks that.
Because Reeves, apparently, they're both the same type of coach. Reeves and White kind of are the same type of coach.
Oh, I think Reeves is an elite coach, actually.
I think, she is an elite coach, but they had the same style of coaching.
Maybe they do.
That slowed down kind of BS kind of coaching.
I think the biggest difference for Reeves is that I think Reeves knows how to adjust to the talent that she has compared to White, who doesn't seem to have any fucking idea how to adjust to the talent that she has. And that's the one thing that I would say would be a little different, is I just don't know that. I think Reeves has the ability to adjust. Oh shit, what did I just do to my own screen? I just messed up my own screen. Let me fix this. But I think she has the ability to adjust, whereas I don't think that White has any ability to adjust. And I think we're seeing that. She's clueless.
Oh yeah, today was, it seemed like she was completely lost. And I didn't catch the part where she told CC to slow down.
Yeah, apparently that was on the court. I missed it. Someone saw it, said it was on a video, and I saw it, somewhere else. I have to go back and look now. And I got to rewatch the whole game now at this point, because, yeah, this is getting to a point to me where, I got to rewatch it to be real, because it's just gotten to the point where there are things you miss during the game that I see when I watch the game again, and I just think she's such a bad coach, personally.
Oh, I can't believe I'm actually missing sides.
I'm missing sides a great deal. Like, it's crazy.
I'm missing the previous president, Allison Barber, who just did whatever government service jobs and lucked into being president because Kelly Krauskopf, Amber choosing Cox as GM, and Stephanie White, they're all on like the same one brain cell. Like I couldn't believe that 100-year-old Lynn Dunn did a better job than what the Fever are doing this year.
I mean, the funny thing is, last year people were cursing Lynn Dunn, but in this first half of the season, people were cursing her the first half of the season. They were trashing her. So, it's just funny how we've all we shift our opinion based on result, and we have a right to. Because I thought that I didn't think that I didn't think that White would be a terrible coach. I don't know that I was convinced that she's going to be a great coach, but you couldn't tell me that she was going to completely destroy the team and turn it into a joke like this. To me, like what we're watching now is just unbelievable trash, in my opinion. I never envisioned her putting one of the best players in the world in the corner. Yeah, Ben, that's for sure. Once she went in on Dan Dakid's show, things started changing, because before that we were cussing Lynn Dunn too. I just never thought I never thought I would see a day. Pete, you're gonna behave. If Pete, you're gonna behave, please behave, Pete. Behave, Pete. I never thought I'd see a day where you throw Cailtin Clark in the corner like a fucking role player. Like, that's absolutely crazy. Go ahead, Pete.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm going to keep it very light today, man, because I know people, fans are down bad. So I'm not going to pile on. I will say, I told you so, and I think I've earned that right based on all the shit I've taken for my takes. But anyway, that out of the way.
What did you told you so about for people that have never heard you before?
I said before the season, this is not the right team. This is not the right coach, first of all. When her name was first floated, I said Stephanie White is a nostalgia hire. And I remember, and I said this the last time I was on your show, you weren't thrilled about Stephanie White either. Okay, so I do remember that, because I went back and looked up to see what your take was. People just got so caught up in emotion, and she's been watching. The common theme was, because there's always a common theme, Rudy, when you have groupthink, okay? People look for confirmation bias. They engage in confirmation bias. If you like somebody, okay, if people like you, Rudy, they're going to defend you to the end. I could have an argument with you, and let's say you're wrong, they'll still defend you because they like you. Maybe they don't like me. Facts.
Oh, dude, I get fucking absolutely trashed in my own comments.
But you see what I'm saying, though, right? This is the danger. But my point is, this is the danger of groupthink. And chat, I'm not bashing anybody.
Absolutely.
I'm just pointing out that, look, I'm not a basketball expert like Rudy is, like Ben is. I couldn't define for you positions. I know the names. I couldn't break down a defense for you, nor do I pretend to. My talent is people. I know people. I spot bullshit a mile away. Okay, I pay attention when people talk. And I knew from her first press conference, Stephanie White was full of shit. Again, people just got caught up in the emotion. She's been watching CC for years. This was the common theme. The thing she heard the most. She's been watching CC for years. She loves CC. She called a lot of CC's games, and people thought that automatically that qualified her to coach CC, and that she would be great, and that she would not try to change CC. And again, I said, this is a nostalgia hire. The Fever need a strict male coach, because they have no toughness or grit. They cannot even set a proper screen. They're afraid of contact. They slide before the defender even gets there, and it just all falls to shit. So that was one thing I said. Another thing I said was, this is not the roster, because you're saying you want to run and gun. White is saying CC's a generational talent, blah, blah, blah. She's fast. We're going to run. We're going to run teams out of the gym. And then you sign DeWanna Bonner and Natasha Howard. And you talk like they're prime Kevin Garnett and Kobe. Like they run 90 miles an hour. So you did the exact opposite. And again, the groupthink. People loved it. They ate it up because Bonner came in. She said, I'm going to be a vet president, blah, blah, blah. I want to teach this team, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so they felt, for the spiel. You have to be colder. My point is, people, you have to be colder in your analysis. You don't need to know basketball in and out. I don't. But you have to look past the initial layer of what people say, because people lie. Inherent human nature is not good. We are assholes. It's how we've survived for millions of years. Okay? And, people were predicting championships.
I'm not an asshole.
Well, I'm saying inherent human nature is not
kidding.
good.
I am an asshole, actually. I am an asshole.
People were predicting a championship. I get it. It's your team. You root for them, but you got to be objective. That's all I've always said. You got to be objective. Remember, Rudy, last time I was on, you may not remember, but one question I asked, and I think it's relevant today because you spoke on it. I asked, Rudy, everybody is saying, bring Ari back. Bring Ari back. Ari is the spark plug, blah, blah, blah. I said to you, Rudy, what's going to happen? And anybody who's honest will say, you did ask, Peter. I asked Rudy, what's going to happen if and when Ari is re-signed and they bring her back and Stephanie White decides, I'm going to cut into CeCe's minutes and give more minutes to Ari. Are Fever fans still going to love Ari as
That's
much?
not what happened today, Pete. That's not what happened today. She didn't cut into her minutes. Stephanie White changed the game plan, dude. It wasn't about her minutes.
For sure. Yeah,
like,
I know.
Ari's not going to take her minutes. She's injured still. Like that's not what happened today, though. I mean, we got to be accurate here. I don't think Ari will ever take her minutes. I think what's happening is we have a situation now where this fucking woman decides you're going to throw a damn player who's your best player in the corner like a goddamn role player. Like, if you want to make her Lexi Hall, then put Lexi Hall on the court. But don't, or Sophie Cunningham on the court. If you want to make her Sophie Cunningham, put that player on the court. I agree. You do not take the ball out of the best player's hands and sit here and say, oh, the best thing that you do is you get other people involved. And that's what Cailtin Clark does, whether people like it or not. Aaliyah Boston, when Cailtin Clark does not play, is utterly fucking trash. I'm sorry, when she plays and she don't have the ball, Aaliyah Boston is trash. Aaliyah Boston's offense dropped by 33% without Cailtin Clark on the floor. Now, even when she had one decent game, she had 4 shitty games. We need to be real about what I mean. Could it? But go ahead, Pete.
You're right. No, you're right about that.
What do you think of locker room dynamics? Since you're talking about.
Oh, okay. I think there is a fracture in the locker room. I think that's clear. There is a fracture. As soon as Bonner and Howard got signed, Kelsey gravitated to them. You can understand to an extent. I mean, these are people who look like her. She relates more to them. Then you see Sophie with the Tres Leches t-shirt. So you just see. And then Sophie makes those comments about islands. There's clearly a fracture in the locker room.
Do you know whoever made up that Tres Leches thing for fucking 3 white gringo American girls?
No, I don't. Actually.
Who did that shit? Because bro, they're not Hispanic. Just call it 3. Just call it 3
exactly.
milks. Just call it 3 milks. Calling it Tres Leches, like I expect that for some Hispanic girls. Calling a bunch of white girls Tres Leches is fucking ridiculous. I think that's stupid. But
I think so too. You asked about the locker room dynamics even before, and I think that Stephanie White, to a large degree, Rudy, I think she has lost the locker room because it's clear she's trying to appease one faction while shitting on the other. And like you said, she's changed the entire game plan. She's putting CeCe in the corner. Christy Sides did this. At this point, I agree with Jason Whitlock totally. I agreed with him before. This is a conspiracy. It really is. It's a plot because if you're white, you have a whole year of game tape from last year when Christy Sides tried to do the same bullshit. So you can't say, well, I've never seen CeCe all fall. I want to see what it's like. I want to see if it works. No, you got a whole year of game film. You saw it didn't work. You saw they went 1-9. They were horrible. CeCe was fucking miserable. So you have, and that's not 10 years ago. That's from last year. So there's no excuse. there comes a point where you have to say this is intentional.
Real quick. Gnarly Brothers, you're in the chat right here. You're the one that mentioned to me last week. I think it was earlier, last week, earlier this week, that Stephanie White shaded Cailtin Clark. Wasn't it you who brought that up about her saying that you only got one player that could go downhill, and that was Kelsey Mitchell until Aaron McDonald showed up? If that was you, please do comment on that, because I made a video on it, and then people all made excuses for fucking Stephanie White. So it's like, by the way, folks, I know what tres leches is. I'm Cuban, so I know what tres leches is. It's a Cuban dessert. I think it's preposterous to name of 3 white American girls who probably never had tres leches in their life, give them that nickname. I mean, you could come up with something else, but I think they think that's cute and corny. I think it's corny as fuck. I think you say that for Hispanic people, but that's my opinion. And I'll stick on that. But when I did that video, people all defended Stephanie White. Go look at the comments in my shit, and people defended Stephanie White left and right. Oh, she didn't mean that. Oh, she was this. Oh, she was that. Bro, like, come on, man. If it's just like, Jesus, Lord have mercy. What are your thoughts? Any of y'all here, Duke, Semper Fi, Pete? What are y'all thoughts? I know what tres leches means. I know what it means, people. I know what it means. I'm Cuban. It's a fucking cultural dessert from my culture. I bet most of y'all don't know it's a dessert.
I had to look it up.
I know. If you're not fucking Hispanic, you have to look at what the fuck is it? It's a fucking dessert. Like,
I think it's corny, and it just creates more division. That's just
it does. It
absolutely.
It creates division within the locker room.
Yep.
In my opinion.
But there was already a division there.
But
yeah,
I want to know if there is any.
Lindy, this is not stupid to speculate, because that's what all media does. That's what they do on television. That's what every single podcast does. That's what Stephen A. Smith does. That's what Chinya Gumake does. That's what Drea Carter does. That's what everybody does. If we don't speculate, then we can all just shut the hell up, watch the games, and do nothing else.
Is there any validity to what Jason Whitlock said?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think there is validity to it.
But why?
Do I think it's as deep as he makes it? No. I think he makes it. I think he goes way far over to it.
This is like CI level.
But why?
Do I think there's certain things that they do, that some people do, to prove that they're bigger than the name? No, Lindy, I have credibility. I actually have credibility. If you want to be offensive and say I have no credibility because I'm speculating on things. So none of the media members have credibility either. Is that what you're telling me? No media member has credibility. No one in the media has credibility, because that's literally what is done in sports every single day on ESPN, Fox Sports, every pod, CBS Sports, ABC Sports. They literally all do it.
That's why it's called opinion.
It's an opinion.
Even the chat speculates. Speculation, because none of us are in there.
Jamel Hill does it. Natalie Esquire does it. All these people do it. Like, come on now. If you're gonna be like that, like, don't be like that. I have credibility, and I don't lie. Credibility means I'm lying. Speculation is not lying. It's having an opinion. I have an opinion. You have yours. I speculate, but that doesn't mean I don't have credibility. There's a difference. You just said none of us have credibility. I mean, am I wrong a lot? Yeah. Am I right a lot? Is Cailtin Clark hurt right now still? Yes. And we all know it. Are we speculating, or do we know? I think we know. But if I don't get told, it's still speculation, right? I'm sorry, I took you guys off. I don't remember what we were talking
I mean, I've speculated in the comments. For example, like, I think Dejanay really got her ribs injured because Nalissa Smith has poor fundamentals when it comes to scissoring.
You went there. You know what? As far as Jason Whitlock, yeah, he goes off the deep end sometimes, but he is definitely onto something. And I think it was Semper Fi who asked, Why do you think there's validity to what he said? You know why? Simply because at some point, it's not incompetence anymore. You can only chalk it up to coaching incompetence, to a certain degree. At some point, you have to start speculating that, hey, maybe this is intentional. And it's not just one thing. You have to look, because if you look at one piece of evidence, you could say, I'm going to dismiss that. I don't really see anything there. You have to look at a collective. Ever since last season, just remember, the WNBA last season would not even promote Cailtin Clark. And when they did mention her name, they always misspelled it. I'm sorry, after the third time, that's just me. Call me crazy. I refuse to believe it's just an honest mistake after the third time. I'm sorry.
I have another question too. This is something I caught during the draft the other night, or was it last night, or whatever night it was. Didn't Cailtin start as a rookie last year in the All-Star game?
Yeah, she was the highest vote getter, of course.
Then why did they keep referring to Paige as the first rookie to start in the All-Star game since?
I have no idea.
Because this is what they do.
I kept saying, I'm like, wait a minute, Cailtin started last year, but they keep disregarding it.
You know why they do that? I'll answer that for you. I'm sorry. I'll answer that for you in 20 seconds.
Real quick. Real quick. PB Shake Games. Thank you so very much. Appreciate it. Maybe if Dave Portnoy did it, thank you for the information. I had no idea. And you know what? Dave Portnoy is a genius because he made it into he probably made a $5 million on t-shirts. So yeah. By the way, I do have a shop store for a lot of Cailtin Clark stuff, so feel free to grab some in our shop. Go ahead.
But yeah, that's why they do it, because Semper, that's why they do it, because it creates engagement. They know that when they do something like that, Fever fans are going to get on Twitter. They're going to fucking spaz out. They're going to go crazy. They feel the only way to grow the league is drama. This is what happens when you have something that's predominantly women run. I'm sorry, it's going to sound sexist, but that's female nature. They're agents of chaos. They thrive on drama. Okay, you don't see this shit in the WNBA, in the NBA. The NBA had no problem creating a heartwarming, beautiful, classy, professional tribute to Victor Wembanyama when he won Rookie of the Year. I thought it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. That's just my opinion. The WNBA, not one fucking player congratulated Cece on winning Rookie of the Year. The commissioner, her own coach, seemed bothered and inconvenienced having to make a congratulatory video. The commissioner herself could not be bothered to give her the trophy during a game, which would have driven up ratings, viewership even more. She called her during practice. Hey, you won Rookie of the Year. Congratulations. Wipe that sweat off your brow. I mean, this is what they do. They know that this creates engagement. It pisses people off, and they feel this is the only way to grow the league. It's a big mistake, but this also ties into why they undermine Cailtin Clark, because she's so good that the only way to create parity, you cannot instill skills and fundamentals in players who don't have them. So the next best thing is to undermine and make pedestrian the generational talent that is leagues above them, which is one reason why you have the refereeing the way it is and other things. That's just my take.
But for the Cailtin being called by Kathy during practice, it was during before game 1 or 2 in the first round of the playoffs, and they still waited over a week to officially make an announcement.
Exactly. No mention at all after she won Rookie of the Year for days.
And the Rookie of the Year was the very last season award awarded for the 2024 season.
They did that on purpose.
No, but the thing is, I looked it up. 2023, they also had the Rookie of the Year award for some reason be the very last award presented. So when Aaliyah Boston won it, that was the very last of all the end of season awards he presented, which is just really strange.
It doesn't make sense. It should be the first
usually award, for awards MVPs, one of the last ones, and Rookie and all the other stuff is before MVP. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. No, it's weird what they say. I mean, look, I do think there's some validity to what Jason Whitlock says. Do I think it goes to the extent that he talks about? I think he says a lot of stuff he says for shock value. There are things that I do agree with. Did I think that Cailtin Clark did some flopping in that game that people lost their minds about? Absolutely, yes. I do think she flopped a bit. I am the same person that said she needs to stand up and punch someone in the fucking mouth. And it doesn't mean literally punch somebody in the mouth. It means stand up for herself and not take the bullshit when it happens. It can't be constantly what is going on? Like, it can't constantly be that. It has to be like, look, you're gonna own your shit, and you need to get in someone's mouth. You get in someone's grill, and the whole nine. That's sports. That's sports, and I don't know who the hell Mitchell Morales is, but how most podcasts are men talking about gossiping about WNBA women. No, we're talking about professional sports, and you can have a great day. If you don't want to be here, and if you're coming here to troll, I will easily remove you from the premises. So if you want to be an adult, feel free to be an adult, but I'm not gossiping. I'm talking about professional sports. That's the problem with people like you who want to sit here and turn this into some shit about fucking gossip about women. I'm not gossiping. I'm talking about a fucking basketball league. That's the problem with people like you. And it makes me nauseous because you don't want this league to be a real league. You want it to be the bullshit it was with the 46,000 fans that were there before when nobody was watching. And now you got people watching. And guess what? In Christine Brennan's book, it says that a WNBA executive told Christine Brennan, these women don't understand what it is to be a real sport and to actually have coverage. They think they've been covered and protected their entire lives. You want to watch sports? Well, this is what you're going to get. You want to get coverage? You want people to give a shit? This is what you're going to get. You're not going to get praised with lilies and daisies every fucking day of your life. You're going to deal with the bullshit that LeBron James has dealt with for 20 plus years, where half the people hate his guts and the other people half will suck his dick until the fucking cows come home. But he deals with massive criticism to the point where he has a guy like Stephen A. Smith who cannot stand him and will talk shit about him every single chance he gets. But yet
and
he will
Skip
also,
Bayless.
and he will Skip Bayless too. But yet he will also give him the credit for all of what he has done because he thinks LeBron is the second best player of all time. I don't. I don't think LeBron's the second best player of all time.
I do have a question.
I think he's a top 5 guy. I don't think he's number fucking 2. But
Rudy,
that's me.
Agree with you totally. You know what, Rudy? I made a comment once. I remember Lindy came at me. She said, that's so chauvinistic because I called out the hypocrisy of bashing Angel's outfits versus Sophie, and she got offended because I said Sophie sometimes dresses like a $10 hooker.
No,
now,
she does. She does. I said it.
And she does.
So many times that Sophie dresses like a hooker.
$100.
You're literally. No, I wouldn't pay $100 for that. I would. Go look at they're literally promoting the outfits every single night. They're making their shit unserious by every night. It's a fake fashion show of how little someone can wear. It makes no sense.
You know what, Michelle?
What are we doing?
The person whose comment you replied to, I just want to say something directly to her. Michelle, you know what you need to realize? As men, like Rudy and I and everyone.
I don't know if that's a Mitchell or Michelle. I have no idea.
It's a Michelle. Well, it looks like a Michelle. I'm assuming it's a woman. If you are a woman, the greatest compliment we as men can give you as women is to give you the same platitudes, praise, but also the same smoke that we would give a man. Because anything short of that is pandering. If Rudy has to say, look, I got something to say about Natasha Cloud and the comments she made, but I'm not going to say it because she's a woman. She's going to get offended. My female viewers are going to get offended. You know what that is? He would be wrong. He would be pandering. He would saying you are weak. He would not be looking at you as an equal, okay, as a peer. So the greatest form of respect that we as men can show you women is to give you the same smoke in the same way that we would a man, because that shows that we view you as an equal, as a peer. And that shouldn't offend you. That should actually flatter you. The fact that we're giving you a seat at the table.
If I'm comparing you to men, guess what? That's respect.
Hey, Rudy.
Or I can compare you to nothing, and we can always go back to the way it was, and 46,000 people are watching, and the CBA goes back to the same bullshit of 9% of revenue. But go ahead, sorry.
I was bringing up something you brought up earlier in the when you talked with Ben, that Stephanie was putting her basically setting up screens.
Yeah.
And she's going to get hurt.
I said that earlier.
Why?
If I was coaching against I would do that. I would.
Why is Stephanie White putting their best player, Cece, the best player in the league, in a position to get destroyed?
Because she's a fucking idiot. I don't know. You got me.
Because she gets seriously freaking injured. It's gone.
Dude, I don't know if you were on here, but when Ben was on here, I said, what would you do if Cailtin Clark was setting a screen on you? Or what would you do?
Right.
Or if you're coaching against it, I would run right through her ass, and I would do it every single time. Every time you want to fucking set a screen, use Cailtin Clark to set a screen. And the thing is, I would do that to Kelsey Mitchell, Ari McDonald. I would do it to every guard. But Cailtin Clark specifically, I absolutely would run her ass over.
But
and I would make a point
White wanting to do that.
It's absurd. I don't know.
Unless they are intentionally trying to get rid of her.
I can only speculate that Stephanie White wants to get her hurt at this point because I have no idea.
She's old guard. Stephanie White is old guard. She favors.
Yeah, but why do you want to destroy a player? Destroy her. That just doesn't.
Ego. Have you seen women in the workplace?
Just trade her if you don't want to be with her.
Yeah, but Semper, I think
no,
this
that could never happen. That would never happen. They could never do that.
Go look at poll after poll, Semper, study after study. When they interview women and they ask, would you rather work with female or male coworkers or under a female or male boss?
Is always the answer. Real quick. NBA does not do photo shoots. There's a difference. They only record them walking in. They're not fucking doing photo shoots of. Show my titties. Like, they're not doing that. They're just walking in and there's cameras following them. That's all. That's the difference. They are literally doing red carpet photo shoots every single game. And if I see another player in the WNBA with a fucking tube top like this, I'm sorry, that is not professional in any fucking world. Sorry, go ahead, Pete. Or you?
So they would rather destroy her completely and get her out of the league.
Yes.
I don't know.
Like
maybe
even Jason Whitlock said it. Jason Whitlock said it one time, Rudy. He said when Asia Wilson gave that interview where she said, no matter what I do, blah blah blah. He said Asia Wilson is, and I thought it was a great quote. He said Asia Wilson would be perfectly content to burn the entire WNBA down as long as it's her standing on top of the ashes. Never underestimate the pettiness and jealousy of females, brother. I'm telling you, don't underestimate it, Semper. Don't try to understand it either.
The pettiness of females as men will never understand it. Do any of y'all watch Love Island? Does anyone here watch Love Island? Okay, so you're gonna lose brain cells every time you watch it because I've done a lot of that. I've lost a lot of brain cells watching that shit. But the pettiness of the women is unreal. It is like levels that you can never possibly imagine. And I mean, it's wild to say the least. But I want to respond to one comment here. The fit checks ad nauseum, but the reason is because I don't know who's being sponsored by fashion labels, Ruthie. I don't think most of these players are being sponsored by fashion labels. Being sponsored by TJ Maxx, like freaking Lexi Hull is, she takes pictures and posts them on Instagram. That's all she's got to do. The WNBA does not have to have a red carpet walk every single time they walk in the building because not every woman stops for photos. Someone's typing in the background. Not everyone stops for photos. Most of them do. But you're not going to tell me that Rough Rider, DMX, New York, Brooklyn, Bronx streetwear that some of these women are wearing is fashion label fucking shit. Like, there's no way. You're not telling me that's like some of these women are walking in and like stuff that Pete, you're from New York. You remember Carl Kanai?
Yep.
Carl Kanai, Rockaware, FUBU. Like this shit that looks like Rockaware, FUBU, Carl Kanai shit, and you have women rocking that shit? Nah, that's not a that's the shit at their closet. Most of these women do not have fashion labels sponsoring them.
And you know what? And you know what the gaslighting comes in, Rudy? Because I agree totally.
Angel Reese is making millions off fashion, yes, but she's one of 156 players. And guess what? Angel Reese, the last few games, has been wearing a Me Bounce t-shirt and fucking joggers and flip-flops. Go ahead.
Yep. And you know what, Rudy? You're totally right. The gaslighting comes in when they say, oh yeah, but you guys used to complain that the W was too butch and masculine. They're making it more feminine and you still bitching. This ain't feminine. This is hoe. Okay, what we're seeing is hoe. It's streetwalker. This ain't feminine. You know what feminine is? It's what Cailtin wears a lot of the time when she dresses up. What she wore to the 2024 draft. Okay, that's feminine. Okay, it's not sleazy, it's classy. There's a difference between feminine and trashy. Okay, you don't have to show tits and ass to be feminine because it's not feminine. I'm sorry, and I'm a man saying this. It's not feminine.
I agree, but
and you got little girls who are waiting there for autographs and they're watching you with your left titty hanging out. I just don't think, I'm sorry, I don't think that's role modelish. I don't think that's classy.
I couldn't believe actually when I saw Nafisa Collar wearing basically a tube top, a bikini top to a game. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that one actually. She wore basically a bikini top to a game. This is basketball. You cannot make it part of the game and then say it's not part of the game. Like you guys with this. If you're making it a part of the game and posting it here, I'm gonna do you guys a solid because you don't think it's basketball. Guess what? You know who's making it basketball? The WNBA. How about we look at the WNBA website, Instagram page right now and see what they're promoting? What are they promoting? Let's take a look, just for shits and giggles, so y'all can get an idea of what I'm talking about. Share screen, boom, Instagram. Let's go take a look at it. Boom, boom, boom. I'm sorry, I got the screen all messy right now, whatever. Let's look at all the freaking fashionista shit that they got. Oh, look at this. This is what they post on their page. This is what they post on their page. Yeah, they're all being sponsored by fashion outlets. Come on. Let's go through it. Let's take a look. This is basketball. They put this shit on their fucking Instagram pages, people. She looks like she's just going to college right now, Haley Jones. Let's go. Here's another one. Notice I didn't even comment on this because she looks fine. It's nothing crazy here. Nothing at all. That's her new shoe. As you can see, she already has the damn freaking shoe on a t-shirt. Wow, look at that team working their magic. Like this is on their page. They promote this on a daily freaking basis. Here we go again. Right here, boom. This is their page. Let's take them. Let's get some more fashion. Let's get some more. There's fashion all over. I see it every day pop up. I'm like, oh, there we go, more fashion. Yeah, that's Cailtin. Okay, I guess she's back. That was today. We can go through it. Oh, look at this, more fashion. Yeah, that's too. They show this every single day, people. You can say it's not part of basketball. They made it part of the game. They literally made it part of the game. They made it part of the game. So if you're going to sit here and tell me that this is not a part of the game, then you're not paying attention. I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead. Hello? Y'all there?
Yeah,
I'm here.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Y'all can jump in. Sorry about that.
No, it's true. They have made it part of the game. I mean, they are promoting it. That's clear. Okay, look at somebody like Cam Brink. Cam Brink, I said this at the draft, 2024. She will not have a career longer than 5 to 7 years, max. max.
I got one
Max.
more. I got one more. This was posted by. Look at this. Is that Kalani Brown? Like, this is what she wore to a basketball game. I mean, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. See,
I mean, we can get off this topic because I know some people don't like it. And no, they don't do it in the NBA like this. They don't. Stop making it up. They don't do it like this in the NBA. I watch the NBA. They do not do this. They do not have a red carpet. They do not, or an orange carpet. They don't do a photo shoot every game. They do not do this. There's a big difference. There's a big difference. So if you want to make stuff up, I watch them both. They do not do this. They don't do this. This is not posted all over their fucking Instagram to go crazy. Here, let's hear.
they do this to draw in the casual female fans.
Yeah, they're trying to attract casual women to watch. Who are you selling this clothing to? Because if the typical people that go to WNBA games are fathers with daughters, who is your market for the outfits? The 60-year-old women? Exactly. Majority of the people that watch the game, I mean, I'm being real. I can look at my algorithm and my analytics, and I can tell you that a vast majority of people are over the age of 45.
And that's a good point, and that's another problem, Rudy. They don't know who the fuck their demographic is.
They don't even know what their demographic is because
that's why they can't even market.
Their majority of their demo is over the age of 45 because it's not under the age of 40. It's not 18 to 45, 18 to 35. It's over the age of 45. I can look at my analytics. I can show you exactly who's watching my shit, and I know who's watching it. And that's who's watching the WNBA right now, and they don't even know who they're marketing to. So when they market shit like this, they're turning off a lot of the people that are watching their stuff. And you might be 33, James the Flatbush, but Duke, how old are you?
I'm 35.
You're 35. Boricua Pete, how old are you?
I'm 53.
Semper Fi, how old are you?
56.
I'm 47. So three of the four of us are fucking in that demographic.
They are not. Young women are not watching the WNBA.
No, not at all. They'd rather go to an NBA game.
No, when I attended my only WNBA game, Aces Fever in Vegas, it was mainly families bringing their kids.
Yes,
that was, and the old Iowa Boomers that came to watch all the Iowa players play. But yeah, it's mainly families and kids.
Yeah.
Like
I know my analytics, bro. I know. I look at them every day.
I remember like a Chinese couple, and their kids were like 3 years old and a year old. They have no idea what's going on. Like, our kids get to watch Cailtin Clark, and I was like, holy crap!
That's funny. That's funny as shit.
Well, like you had an Asian family willing to pay hundreds on their babies. To watch
Zaytavian, you are an anomaly of the viewership of the WNBA. I promise you. It's the viewership of analytics for most of these YouTube channels, I can tell you, is older. For going to the games, you have parents bringing their kids. You have fathers bringing kids. Because most moms don't want to watch basketball. Like, I don't know how many of you men in here that your moms loved sports. Like, that's not typically the case. You know, they might be the soccer mom thing, but they don't do it because they want to. They do it because they have sons and daughters who play sports. Like, right. Women would rather watch their boyfriends. They watch the NBA. When I go to an NBA game, bro, seriously, when I go to the NBA game, courtside is literally all freaking 22-year-old girls with their 55-year-old sugar daddies. Like that's what the NBA game is.
Yeah. Like Bill Burr said, women don't watch NBA. They watch NBA housewives.
Yeah, they don't. It's the truth. And, yes, I think Angel Reese's fan base is younger in demo, but the general WNBA fan base is older. It has been older, and it will continue to be older. So
CC's fan base is older.
Well, she's got it. That's why she's the anomaly. She's got everybody. She's got everybody from little 6, 7, 8-year-old girls to 90-year-old people. I saw a grandma last year. Okay, it's my birthday. I'm 93, and my first CC game, and she was over the moon. She's the anomaly. She's got every demographic, and she's global. There was this season. There was a family from Hong Kong, not the first one, but just whenever you saw that, right?
Yeah,
Hong Kong. They
flew from Hong Kong to watch her play.
The go to the league is the needle and mover of the league. We already know is Cailtin Clark. People are flying from all over the world to see her play. It's crazy. And if you're gonna ask me why we're having this, it's called a conversation. I mean, for Christ, like we can talk about steaks if you want. I can talk about hamburgers and French fries and the whole nine, but these are topics of this league, and they're sitting here in a CBA, and they're sitting here telling you that they want X, Y, and Z. And the player that's going to get them there, they hate.
Yep.
The only player that can get them there, they despise. They
But
would
use
knock,
numbers.
They would knock her head off. And guess what? The less that you watch Indiana, the less that you watch Cailtin Clark, because there's going to come a time where it's going to dry the fuck out, because what's happening is Stephanie White's making it really hard to watch. I'm telling you right now, I'll keep watching it, but I'm going to be doing a lot more shit on another bunch of other teams. And whether people watch it or not, so be it. But I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to cover a team that wins 30% of its games. Like, I don't live in Indiana. I'm not in the building. I can't even get these people to give me a credential to interview them. So I'm not going to go out of my way to kill myself and make myself miserable, because this shit is misery right now.
This team is not fun to watch.
This team is not fun to watch. I agree with you. It's not fun to watch.
At least last year, it was you didn't know what was going to happen every game.
Mm-hmm.
It was just that anticipation of what might happen. I don't have that. I'm not seeing that this year.
I don't see it getting better. Like I saw last year. Like last year, it was like, look, she just got out of damn season. She's probably exhausted. They get no preseason time to actually play with each other, so they don't know each other. And then you got them playing 11 and 20, and half them shits are on, more than half are on the road, and they're playing the best teams in the league, and they don't know nothing. They don't know anything about each other. And when they finally get a second to get some practice time in, they start playing better. And then they get the All-Star break, and they start looking fantastic in early on after the All-Star break.
And then she explodes after the Olympic break.
Yeah, the Olympic break. Yeah, and you're sitting here like, this is like there was hope. If you're watching this shit right now, there's no hope that I see, because I don't see anything changing. I watched.
Exactly.
I'm not going to a Fever game this year. Sorry, not going to happen. I said I was. I changed my mind. I didn't ever apply for any All-Star credentials. I'm going to Vegas the day after the All-Star game for a vacation. I'll probably go to the Aces game on the 22nd in Vegas, by the way, just let you know, just to see what it looks like. But I enjoyed watching the Vegas Liberty game more than I've watching most of these Indiana games this year. And that was 2 days ago or yesterday. Was that yesterday? I don't remember what day it was. It was yesterday. They did the live. Yeah, I enjoyed watching that more than I've watched, oh, Lord. I'm going to get irritated right now. But okay. I'm really going to get irritated because it's like now it's just like getting annoying. Yeah, I'm not going to watch Lindy. I know you're in a mood right now to take shots. I'm not going to watch. Don't worry. Trust me. I'll save my time for my child, my family, because my family is more important than this dog shit franchise that's making it unbearable to watch. If you have the time, feel free to use your time to watch this dog shit. But I'm going to watch other teams that look competitive. This trash today, this isn't an anomaly. This is not an anomaly. We've been watching this all season.
How much are the tickets now to a Fever game?
I'm sure there's still a fortune if she's going to play.
You read my mind. There's still a fortune. I mean, you've got to be insane to pay those exorbitant prices at this stage, Rudy. You got to be insane.
No, stop. Basil, no. Saying don't watch, that's not a mood. That's just being something right now for no reason. I'm making a statement that I'm not going to watch, and the response is then don't watch. Well, no problem. No problem. Not a problem at all. Trust me. I'll save my energy. I'll save my time, and I'll watch teams that give a shit about winning. Yeah, flip me the bird. Flip me the bird. Do. I love the bird. You can get on the camera and do it to me too. My lines are always open. This shit was trash. You know,
and you're right, Rudy. There
this
is
shit was
no.
trash.
That's the problem. There's no hope that you see. If you saw glimpses that okay, they're turning it around.
You watched me. You watched me last year, right, Pete? You watched me last year.
Yeah.
I was the most hopeful person last year all the time with this team. I was going crazy for Cailtin Clark every game. I was so excited about watching every game. This year, I feel like I would rather. I do it for content to talk about because we have a show to do, and that's what I committed to doing. But I'm not gonna. But to sit here and say it's fun, I'm just sitting here waiting every game to see them lose. I'm waiting to see them blow it. I'm waiting. They might have a 10-point lead. I'm waiting to see get blown. I mean,
exactly.
And that's why when the videos where they win, I'm sitting here like, wow, my God. I'm just happy they won. A win is a win is a win is a win. Like shit.
You can't even say, yeah, we're up 20. They go up 20, you're thinking, okay, how are we gonna blow it now? That's what I'm waiting to see.
Exactly.
Holy crap.
It's true, Semper. It's true.
$1,000 for $1,000 for a ticket Friday night.
And people are still paying
$1,000. Wow.
Yeah,
and that's why Semper. That's why when people say Nike is so fucking full of shit, blah, 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 you know what? Nike knows what they're doing because they know that no matter how much Fever fans bitch, if they could put out a T-shirt tomorrow with one sleeve and the color. The colorway is all runny.
Where is it $1,000? Because I'm looking
actually,
right now.
I've got section D.
You can walk in the building for $15 on Friday.
I'm looking at section D. It's 1,200.
Dude, that's that's courtside, man.
Well, if I'm going to go, I want to see the crowd.
Dude, if you looked at that seat, I guarantee if you looked at that seat 2 months ago, it'd been 3 times that much. Because I'm looking right now, you can walk in the building for $15 upper level, and there's a lot of them.
Yeah, like 232 is $15.
You could sit mid level for $100. That 2 months ago was $300. Like people are getting tired.
Yeah.
Yep.
People are getting tired. And at some point, it's gonna wear itself out.
And I'm not going to pay $300 just for what I saw today.
Dude, I canceled my Heat season tickets because of this bullshit. If the Miami Heat don't want to put a product out there worth watching, I'm not going to pay for it. I would love to go watch Cailtin Clark play. If that's what Indiana's going to look like, if that's what Stephanie White's going to do and toss her into a corner, I'll stay home.
I agree. People were still tuning in. They were still holding firm when you had all the bullshit by the WNBA shading Cailtin, blah blah blah, because the team was playing well, and you were like, let's just focus on the team. It's us against the world. But now that you see that the coach is stinking it up, the players are stinking it up on the court, people are like, well, shit, man. Like, what's the point? Like, what is there to defend? You can try to defend it, people, but I mean, you got to be. I always say you got to be objective. You can be positive. That's great. It's great to be positive, but you got to be objective because if not, you fall into delusion.
Yeah. Well, so far all I paid for is just the monthly league pass.
Well, you could have gotten the whole season for $35, man. You might as well.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, but I'm doing it month by month because I don't know what's going to happen.
Wait a month, you'll get it. You'll be able to get a VIP box for $20.
You donate your money for the WNBA's United whatever children adult fund or whatever.
I will be continue to watching because I'm holding out. Gotta keep holding out for the.
But anyhow, people, I appreciate y'all jumping on board. Semper, Pete, Duke, Ben, everyone who was in the comments tonight. I appreciate everybody. By the way, I didn't miss that comment from you, David Weiss, about how they need to fire all the women and hire nothing but men. I mean, that's kind of sexist and misogynist, but.
Well, I need to get rid of the assistant coach that's a man.
Really? You think so?
Well, I think he's garbage.
Austin Kelly, is that his name?
Yes.
I
yeah,
think
get rid of him too. Get rid of him too, because I think he's kind of
I think
like
they
the
all suck.
loafers.
I think they all suck. But yeah, man, I thank you all.
I do double down, Rudy. I think they need a male coach. I'm sorry. I think they need a male coach.
A real male coach.
A real coach, not a
alpha.
WNBA retread.
You don't
alpha
want
male coach.
you don't want a man bun.
Not some dude with a man bun.
Alpha male coach.
An alpha. They need an alpha.
You need to bring in bring in Tom Thibodeau. You know, the New York Knicks fired him. They hired Mike Brown. I mean, bring in a coach who, oh God, no, Pat Riley, Jesus Christ, that'll make him off himself in 6 months.
Larry Bird.
Yeah. Larry Bird ain't doing that shit.
I know, but one can hope.
You need a Mark Jackson, a Tom Thibodeau, but then they're all gonna quit. You know, they'll all be so offended. Lambeer is, will they let Lambeer back in? I think he's retired at this point. But yeah. Anyhow, folks, I appreciate y'all so very, very much. I'm gonna end this show for the night. I thank y'all again, and if you don't mind, if you haven't done so yet, do hit the like button. Please also check out the combat videos that I produce, and also I will be doing other content, so you might learn a little bit about the rest of the league. Oh, Ruthie, you don't see a win against Atlanta? Well, I agree with you on that one. I don't see one either. So, yeah, Larry Bird.
Go yet, Rudy.
Huh? What was that?
You can't wrap it up yet. We haven't heard from Lindy.
No, she's mad. She's pissed. She said. So.
I know. I'm just messing with
you. She said she's pissed. So
it ain't that serious, Lindy. We love you.
I think maybe we might beat Dallas.
They usually play well against Dallas because Dallas plays no defense, and that's the man bun. So that's what you're gonna get.
I think we might beat
this
Dallas.
point, man. No game is a given. Every game is a fucking crapshoot at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the line just to close out for you guys. I saw the line. Okay, last night I actually bet the game today. Golden State was an underdog, 8.5 points.
Yeah.
Okay. I on the money line, Rudy, they were like plus 450. I made close to $8,000. I made 3 separate bets because I bet money line, point spread, Golden State, and I also bet the total over 164.5, which I lost.
You bet on Golden State to win the game. You bet Golden State to win the game.
I bet Golden State money line at plus 457. For those who don't know what that means.
What did you bet? How much did you bet?
I bet 3 different bets on BetCris. My total was hard to remember now because I clicked everything at the same time. But I won about $7,400. And I lost about $1,500 on the bet that I made for the total because it was over 164.5. But Golden State was at plus 457 around there. For those who don't know betting, that means for every $100 you bet, you win 457 because they were a big underdog.
How much did you bet? How much did you bet? Fuck, bro. How much did you bet? $2,000? $1,000, $1,500?
A little bit less than 2,000 altogether.
Shit. You had a lot of faith in Golden State, man.
No, Rudy, no. Quite the opposite. I had no faith in the fever.
It's the same thing. Well, I appreciate y'all once again. Thank y'all so very much for jumping on board this evening. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like button. Appreciate y'all. We will be jumping on board again on Sunday Night Heat as usual. And Friday I might get on here after the game because I'm covering BKFC, but I'll keep y'all posted again. Thank y'all so very much. This is Rudy's Rant. Papa, come on now, the podcast. Come on now. Have a good night. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us on, man.
All right.